Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We're starting the day with the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard Tournament match, winner bracket round 2, Kariossa vs Gavaroni. Commentators today are August 30th, 40th, not 30th, Din and Emo Soda. Say hello.
Hello. Poor August getting demoted by 10 points there. Yikes.
It's happened before, it'll happen again. But anyone new to what's going on, not sure what we're doing here, we're looking for 6 medallions, hoping we don't have to collect 3 stones along the way here in the Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
How's it going, everyone?
I believe my co-com had it correct. Promoted would... I don't think you can get promoted from August 40th. I think that's the limit. But Gavaroni versus Kariossa have made it on to the second round of the winners brackets here. Gavaroni sending GS Kurox down to the losers brackets. Kariossa sending Phoenix Feather, who sent GS Kurox home. So Phoenix Feather in the losers brackets, maybe looking for some revenge on Kariossa. Or perhaps a little terrified of Kariossa and hoping maybe to face Gavaroni.
Probably all just, a little bit terrified by this.
Yeah,
I would be anyway.
Both of these players are super scary. See them all the time in pickup races during the week. I've raced up against both of them multiple times. And I can safely say I do not want to race against them in a 1v1. So I can only imagine what's going through their heads right now.
Kariossa representing the nation of France, Gavaroni the nation of the United States of America. Both mainly streaming rando, so as we're fresh in, make sure you give these racers a follow. Without them racing these races, we wouldn't have these races to watch being raced.
Can't argue with that logic. Ooh, very, very similar colours today for the tuning. Both of them a bit naff, I'd say. Just a bit of an off-white colour. I think that is officially a draw on the fashion check. So Nuts and Deku Shield there to start with.
Ooh.
Possibly convenient for an early Deku trip.
Yeah, I can't really see them not going to Deku at this point. Oh, wow. Kariossa just leaving.
It's a little bit on the fence because you do still need sticks. And 20 rupees is only going to buy you 2 of those, which is just about enough to do Deku, but not to do it fast.
Yeah, you only really need 3 sticks, so, I mean, you definitely could have just bought, 3 sticks and gone to Deku.
Yep, but not missing out on anything in the Kokiri sword chest. Gavaroni just picking up a piece of heart. Kariossa heading straight for that open grotto. Let's see if he's taking the owl or heading into the valley.
A lot of these runners have been skipping Kokiri sword chest for later on, so maybe kind of a meta call here from Gavaroni and just doing it. It's become meta now to just do the Kokiri sword chest rather than skipping it, potentially.
Okay, open grotto, so we're going to get our first hint, which was hide-in shield from Bigoron. So no need for the big guy today. And it looks like Kariossa's going straight for the lake rather than doing the...
Yeah, employing the open grotto to owl strategy here as their opener. Very strong for kind of a 3-song route, if that's what you want to commit to. Perfect time of day.
Yeah, it saves a little bit of time over doing the valley route. 2 checks there, but There are only 2 checks, I suppose, so it's not a big deal. I didn't see what that hint was. That went a bit too fast for me. Did anyone catch that?
It's
50 skulls are
is
dead. Nice.
And Gavaroni entering the Deku Tree sub 3 minutes in. Kariossa making his way into the market.
Which is Way of the Hero, we've just discovered from that Instone. Although Kariossa doesn't know that. Still, it could mean something good on Richard here.
Watch it just
Ooh,
be a
speaking
bomb
of-
locked.
But speaking of good, Gavaroni picking up magic here in the lobby of the Deku Tree.
Ooh. That's always important.
And maybe I'm ahead because I am synchronizing. Whoopsie! Is it really a spoiler if it's by 5 seconds? Maybe it's especially a spoiler in that case.
So it's Saria's as Ocarina of Time, Castle Way of the Hero, along with the Market Way of the Hero. I think 30 Skulls was dead there too.
First skills was Kokiri swords, so yeah, effectively dead.
Yeah, both these runners don't need that.
And yeah, we got him for Skullmaster, which I think was Bomb Shoes. There's that 30 hands again. So Castle Where the Hero most likely means a song here. Could also be the Din's Fire Fairy, but we won't be able to check that till later.
Wonderful. We'll go back for shooting gallery. Although they probably won't, knowing that the Market Way of the Hero is by Deku Tree.
Yeah, Kariossa probably won't go for that straight away. I imagine he'll save that until he's like going adult or something like that. So that was 40 skulls. Excuse me, Deku Shield, I think.
Could be a real game changer if there's explosives, and specifically a bomb bag in Deku Tree here.
Yep,
Well, Mag and
so-
Deku Tree is always really nice to have.
yep,
That
despite
was 15
these
minutes.
runners' crisp movement, they've gotten nothing so far other than that wallet there on Gavaroni's side. Kariossa waking up the lazy old farmer, sending him home to maybe take care of his daughter, or get taken care of by his daughter. And nothing logically in the Deku Tree. So Gavaroni about to break logic here with the basement 1 skip. Going with the Bloody Biscuit method. And we'll be getting Queen Goma killed and the check off Queen Goma out of logic. As Kariossa finding Minuet of the Force here in the castle.
So we do know where Saria's song is already. That's on Ocarina of Time. So that might be where the hero for forest access.
Yeah, that is a very good guess. Just 1 check over there, and unfortunately we won't get that until we get the bombs or Zelda's Lullaby. Possibly get that out of logic with bomb chews, but Kariossa purchasing the Hylian shield in the market, not on a certain team.
Well, team get a shield from bigger one, you mean?
Yeah, with getting Minuet on the Zelda's Lullaby check, I imagine they're just gonna check the stones and medallions here, as well as just immediately going to Sacred Forest Meadow. They might even go to Kakariko from Kakuri Forest as kind of a weird instant adult route here. It does basically the same thing for time of day, just usually you would see it the other way around. Getting a nice one cycle here on Gavaroni's side.
Yep, making it look easy as we have our pedestal check. We have the
That's
watermelon.
buffering like crazy for me. Okay.
Yep.
Requiem of Spirit there from the minuet check. So that leads directly into another song for Kariossa.
Ooh, 20 squirrels is dead. It's the first sometimes hint.
That's always a nice one to find.
And the frog's 2 dead as well. So we'll Castle with the hero again.
This early part of the game, lots of information, lots of potential hints.
I think that's a Bolero. Was it for the desert check?
Did not catch that one.
Yeah, it was buffering, so I didn't get to read very much of it there.
Yep, speaking of the desert though, warping right away.
Looks like it was a Bolero at Prelude check.
There's a lullaby.
There we go.
Nice song chain.
Yep, one big piece of the puzzle right there. Required for a whole heck of a lot here in Hyrule. As Gavaroni making their way over to the market.
An interesting question is if Kariossa actually does the adult CAC first, or do they go back child with ZL?
I'd imagine he'd do a adult CAC just to get another song out of the way.
Yeah, I can't imagine going back child just yet. But unfortunately for Gavaroni, nothing out of that Deku Tree other than that water medallion. Required, of course, but unfortunately not giving him anything in terms of advantages here in the early game.
Yeah, one of the densest parts of the game here, adult Kakariko. Always nice to get it done early.
Yikes, both runners buying a Hylian shield.
Oh, I think they've run one too many seeds where they don't have one early game. And one's enough. And you switch teams.
Yeah, you never want... Go on.
I think they're just playing as safe as possible here, and it want to be one scenario. You don't want to be the guy with no shield here.
Yeah, it feels bad if you end up having to do like Dodongos or Forest Temple or something and you haven't got a shield yet. It just slows those dungeons down so much.
Absolutely. And in a 1v1, it is such a different scenario than a
giant swallowets.
Everybody knows what that means.
Could it be King Zora has another item in the seed?
Oh boy.
I mean, the Randobot has heard everybody memeing for 2.5 seasons now, and it's decided to give the people what they want.
Nocturne at Song of Storms check here, and Gavaroni's going adult.
Interesting play by Gavaroni, not going up to the castle.
Double D's from Angie.
I'm thinking more of a C cup.
Kikiri Forest is our first foolish location.
And that paying off for Kariossa.
Yeah, that means you can skip doing the sword chest entirely. Could have also skipped Midas House if we wanted, although we did get a Decker Shield, so there's that.
But meanwhile, let's see what the Royal Tomb holds for us this seed.
Yeah, there's been nothing on Skull so far, Riley.
Yeah, we've seen 50, we've seen 20, and what, 30?
Yeah, 20 through 50 are all dead.
Yeah, we've seen all the hints for skulls now.
It's just a matter of how fast you actually rush the 10 skulls. Ooh, and finding Song of Storms on Sun Song. So maybe we'll see an exceptionally early Bomb of the Well dip here with having Nocturne.
Maybe. We haven't got any explosives yet, so that's 2 checks we can't get in the well. Sorry, 3 checks. Kariossa is just dropping all the frames here. I don't know whether he checked what.
It's doing okay on my end at least, so I can commentate what he's doing.
We did see a slingshot on Man on Roof. Now, Kariossa skipped over that because he missed a jump, so hopefully he remembers to go back for it. Because that might be needed still.
Rufio putting Goma in logic, orphaning 1 check in the Lost Woods.
There's also Child's Spirit to consider as well.
And I
We
think
do have Requiem already, so...
I do believe in Kariossa's first match, there was something of importance there on the slingshot in the woods.
Strength upgrade there from Dampe.
Ooh.
That opens up a little bit of the Dongo's Cavern. Unfortunately, just the stone this seed. The reason we are harping on about medallions versus stones, collecting the 3 spiritual stones just opens the Ocarina of Time, and not generally what we want to be doing, completing all of our dungeons. Sometimes necessary, but this seed kind of looks like that's not going to be the case. Kariossa not gonna stick around and use that strength upgrade. Is gonna head back, child, and I'm guessing head to Long Island Ranch.
Yeah, Dongo Dip is not an especially wise play because you only get 2 checks with strength, which is not a lot of checks for the amount of effort it takes.
It's very risky play to go into a stone dungeon this early without knowing that Ocarina is going to be required in the seed, as well as not even being able to full clear Dodongo's Cavern here. So I would imagine they're just looking for a bomb bag at this point to open up the seed, and then from there they can kind of mix it up with their routing decisions.
Yeah, for now, just gonna stick with clearing out the overworld checks. Get as much of that done as they can, I think. I guess from Kariossa's side, we might see Gerudo Valley dip after Lon Lon. We've
Yeah,
also got Lost Woods to clear out.
Yeah, I am a fan of that play, going from Lon Lon into the Gerudo Valley. Will also be interesting to see what Gavaroni does here with his strength. Again, collected nothing extra out of the Deku Tree that's going to be of use to him here as an adult.
Yeah, I think with Shadow Medallion being, or Shadow Temple being on Forest Medallion here, it's hard to imagine that it's going to be locking too many important songs. So I think they're just going to be really prioritizing getting songs at this point as well.
Yeah, songs are always really important in an early game. Get as many warp songs as you can really to start with, just to speed up your movement. So otherwise you just end up spending ages going from place to place, which is not a good feeling.
Yep, speaking of going place to place, Gavaroni is going into Death Mountain Trail and is going into Dodongo's Cavern.
Ooh. This could be a make or break play here. There is something good in here, then more props to him, but with 2 checks, it's not hugely likely to pay off, but we'll see.
You'll also get an additional hint here, and only knowing 2 Way the Hero and 1 Foolish at this point might be a really heads-up play here if that hint has anything that's not anywhere else accessible.
Yeah, I imagine it's not going to be anything that's going to be immediately useful, because there's not really any information there. It's just the Ocarina of Time hint again. Would have been possible for it to be something that maybe would have come into play a lot later, but...
Yeah, if they see a Goron City Way the Hero hint here, they're just going to be
yeah,
very nervous.
That's the spicy one. That or Lost Woods Way the Hero, those would both be quite scary.
Mostly for that, sorry, is on Ocarina of Time. They do unlock 2 checks that could be required.
Nothing here in Lon Lon Ranch. So we are going to see Kariossa tackle through the Deku Tree, allowing Gavaroni to make some progress here as an adult before Kariossa goes into the Lost Woods and continues progression, at least from our standpoint.
I'm really not sure about Gavaroni's play here. Really just not prioritizing any songs at all and going into a stone DC. It might be banking that it's in all dungeons, but kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, going and grabbing songs is quick. You know, you can do that at the end of your movement. I do understand the argument. You know, it can get something to unlock something for you. Maybe make some of your routing a little quicker, but in this case, I don't think it would help Gavaroni out right now. You can do that at the end of his cycle, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely a slippery slope. Really depends on the item placement as well. All eyes are going to be on this bomb bag wherever it is.
Could be vanilla bomb bag. Who knows?
Thinking the bottom of the well, personally.
It's probably going to be on a Way the Hero we don't have yet, but I would guess it's pretty likely that it's in Dodongo's. With that
One
strength.
check left. Thank you to Namaha for subscribing. Anyone who missed their race earlier in the week, make sure you go ahead and check out that VOD as soon as this race is over.
And that DC dip has just not paid out for Gavaroni. So a little bit of an
Nothing
unfortunate waste of
unfortunate.
time here. Does have some more checks here on Death Mountain he can do though. Gold rupee there on top of the cavern. Mildly convenient, but I don't imagine Gavaroni is going to bother getting it right now.
Also, the hint and the chest in the Song of Storms grotto here.
He hasn't got
But
Storm Storms yet.
Gavaroni, he didn't go into the Royal Tomb because he does not have Zelda's Lullaby.
The only
So
song he's
that
gotten so
has-
far is that Nocturne. He is going to have to orphan a few things here. You also can't get to Bolero check. But yeah, you can
was
still do the
very-
Crater.
That was a very risky strat there with the strength, but it paid off.
Note here is the really good time of day routing coming in from Gavaroni. Looks like bomb chews from Link to Goron as well.
Let's see how much it is before we say that it's gonna pay off.
20.
Oh, hell yeah. There we go. So that is plenty of bomb chews with racers of this caliber here in the second round of the winner's bracket.
Yeah, that should last them the whole seed, especially if they save, save and quit, save scum, some number of them. Kind of required for 5 and 10 packs, but for a 20 pack, you can be a little bit more liberal with your usage, but you will run out if you're not careful. Ooh.
Straight into Iron Boots.
Yeah, paying off already.
Yeah, we did see the hint for the validation rupee there, so no one's going to be grabbing that, unfortunately.
And we also
Might
got
see-
the. Oh, sorry.
We might see GGG, but yeah, with that they don't need to clear all of it, so... There's another sometimes hint telling us something we already know, unfortunately.
Gavaroni's just going for it here. Really just gonna probably check a lot of bomb checks, just hoping to get maybe bomb locked bombs, but probably more just for the efficiency.
This would be more efficient, of course, if he'd gotten Minuet already.
Well, yeah. From way of the hero market or castle.
He's only set up for Mido skip here. So it's a lot easier if you have an item to aim with, either the bow or the hook shot, but it is still possible to do without those items if you can get the alignment right.
Yep, even
Yeah,
a
yeah.
magical set of arrows is useful in that situation. Having a little bit of trouble, but gets it eventually.
It looks like Gavaroni was aiming too far to the right. Missing that shoe.
Yeah, gotta be careful. Those cheese won't last.
Could be banking on a Requiem pretty early here. That way they could buy more with a full wallet.
That is a good point. Something to keep in mind if you have such a large wallet. And there we go, 50 bucks.
I need 200 though if he's gonna go buy the cheap packs, so I don't imagine he's gonna be doing that just yet.
I was thinking more for the scrub here that he passed up, as Kariossa grabbing a bonus song from Saria.
So just 3 songs we're missing knowledge on now. I'm Serenade and Prelude. Summertime probably not going to be useful this seed, I would imagine. So we are pretty much set for songs now.
To anyone just joining us, perhaps catching the race a little late. We have not found a whole heck of a lot early on, other than a whole bunch of songs. We have the Strength Upgrade and the Iron Boots. We found Minuet from the Castle, Song of Storms from the Graveyard,
I think
Nocturne from the Kakariko, and what was it? ZL in the Desert, Requiem from Sheik in the Forest.
so. We just got Kakariko by the hero there, and just possibly the third Hyrule Castle where the hero hints. I'm not entirely sure, but I think we might have seen 3 of them.
No, I believe Kariossa got that when they went to Sacred Forest Meadow. Could be wrong.
Yep, I think
Maybe.
you're right there.
Unless they skipped the hint, which doesn't seem entirely likely, but it can happen.
And Kariossa would have gotten hints when he did adults Sacred Forest Meadow. He didn't do them just then. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't entirely remember, and I never write down exactly where all the hints are, because that would be rather a lot of information to try and keep track of. But yeah, we definitely got Kakwe the hero, so what have we found there so far? We did find the slingshot there, which is required, in logic at least. So it might just be pointing to that. Could also be pointing to Nocturne, I suppose.
Yep, let us see as Gavaroni back child. Could go check out Din's Ferry, might dip into the bottom of the well.
Gavaroni needs to get a ZL first before he does that. Very.
Yeah, it's going to be about 5 minutes before he gets Zelda's Lullaby here, most likely.
Yeah, he does have Requiem, so he can go and get it whenever he wants to, basically. But if he does that now, obviously he's going to miss out and be able to do the castle. So, yeah, he's going to have to backtrack and also do Din's Ferry, no matter what he does here.
Kariossa making great use, very proficient with that Sun Song.
They might be doing Chicken's Check here incoming pretty early, along with Bomb the Well.
Could be.
Did we get a hint for the Redead Grave? Because Kariossa walking right past that one.
It's daytime, so Kariossa can't get it. Or rather, he could get it, but I imagine what he wants to do is go out in the overworld and set time of day there. Then he can do all the nighttime graveyard checks in one go.
Yeah, but meanwhile, opting to do some chickens, it looks like. Or maybe just using the chicken to get into the grotto. Nope. He's doing chicken. So get any chicken emotes you might have in chat. Or if you want the devs to change it to duck sounds, you could throw any duck emotes you might have in chat. And speaking of chickens, Gavaroni showing off some chickens. I don't think we see that very often here on ZSR.
Yeah, double chicken hype.
Occasionally, you'll see some Kakariko chickens with some Gerudo Valley or possibly Zora River chickens, but not some Lon Lon Ranch chickens.
It's actually deceptively. Oh, go ahead.
So Gavaroni's going for Boulder of Destiny play here. I think that's a chat we've not seen yet, so find out what our destiny is. Kariossa finally picking up the slingshot that he missed earlier.
Yeah, unfortunately, has cleared out the rest of the Lost Woods.
Yeah, it will be unfortunate if he has to go back for that one check in there.
Meanwhile,
But Kariossa still has the bomb lock checks to do as well.
Gavaroni heading from the boulder into Lon Ranch. Kariossa almost done with chickens. It is a frightfully long check to.
The only real difference between the runners right now, looks like Gavaroni is going to be up 9 minutes on Kariossa in terms of time spent adult, but they still have to get these last few songs. So, ooh, magic.
Double magic.
Magic.
Oh yeah.
So 2 spear, 0 magic. Surprise, surprise. What do we need that for?
It's got the facade of being useful in this seed.
It might be needed for some Spirit Temple shenanigans.
So yeah, Kariossa going for the ball dip. No explosives on his end though, so he is going to have to off. Yeah.
Not a particularly rush bomb the well, but this is very early, more so than an average seed.
Yeah, magic definitely not way the hero with this in this seed with 2 being readily accessible in different locations. Way the hero requires an item to be strictly required. So if there's a duplicate of it somewhere, then that doesn't count.
And both of them are accessible at the same time in the seed as well.
And we have our first chest here in the bottom of the well. No explosives, so Kariossa can't full clear this.
Well, unless he finds bomb bag or some bomb chews in the well here, which is a possibility. Can't rule that one out.
Commentator's Blessing from Den.
So Gavaroni's going to get their Zelda's Lullaby here.
It would have been nice if they had managed to sync that up for us here. You know, Kariossa playing it in the bottom of the well as Gavaroni picks it up.
The 3-song opener, well, that's the first 3 songs as child. So Zelda's Lullaby, Epona's, and Saria's songs checks. It's a fairly popular opener in terms of efficiency, getting songs. Helps a lot with your overworld movement.
Yep, I think the one exception to that routing choice would be if you get a bunch of adult items such as the hammer, possibly the hook shot, or maybe the hover boots early. But you can hear more about that on a recent episode of the Zooter podcast, The Gossip Stone. Check it out wherever you enjoy podcasts.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that podcast. They really know what they're doing there.
Gavaroni showing this out of logic fairy fountain here in the desert. Not afraid to use those chews, but gonna save scum that one away. As mentioned earlier, chews are a useful resource, an explosive that can be gotten in just a handful of locations in the market as a child and in the desert as an adult. In the desert as an adult, you need an adult's wallet and 200 rupees. In the market as a child, is that shop still locked by the bomb bag?
Yes, it is. Yeah, the desert one you can get as soon as you can market. You do need bomb bag.
So that one a little less useful. But bomb chews do have their advantages over bombs. You can explode them a bit quicker, especially if you have a rather large sack of Deku Nuts. Gavaroni having a bit of trouble with that target. Just $5, so that's not going to be paying off for us.
Well, it's good for Kariossa. It means you won't get punished for skipping that earlier.
Also, just $5 in Steve. Let's see what the dead hand chest gives us here. Silver
Ooh.
gauntlets.
Well, second strength upgrade.
So that allows us access into the adult side of Spirit Temple.
It does, although we don't actually have anything to logically do anything in Spirit at the moment. On adult side, anyway.
Oh, that's true.
You don't have no ranged weaponry and no bombs, so you can't actually hit the switch.
It's a little awkward. Only Gavaroni really can do that out of logic with the bomb choose here. But with only knowing one foolish hint here as well, I'm really wondering how that's going to impact the runners' routing choices here. I think they're just going to be as conservative as possible.
I would be thinking about Child Spirit at this point. Because there's very little else in terms of dungeons that are open. Once we've done bottom of the well here, yeah, I think they're going to be a bit hard pressed for choices.
Yeah, they really haven't gotten a whole heck of a lot, other than strength upgrade and iron boots, which they can't do much of anything with. And we've seen the slingshot not pay off for us. Deku Tree completely barren, other than the water medallion, and target in the woods giving us absolutely nothing. I guess it could unlock something there in Child Spirit. Kariossa almost finished here in the bottom of the well.
Yeah, he's going to have to do the slightly tricky strat here where you bring one of the bombs over from the other side to get to this chest rather than using bomb bag like you're supposed to.
There's his key, and there's his exit from the well. Gavaroni heading down south to the remote grottos here.
And we do have one item left there in bottom of the well along with one key, so Kariossa might have to come back later, potentially.
There is the potential for Goron City to be way the hero here, with only the items there being
Spirit Temple way the hero, so there we go.
I think that will guide these racers here. Certainly Gavaroni with that slingshot. He's gonna check this scrub grotto down here, and then I imagine he's going straight to the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, 100% that is the play now. You get Spirit Temple, you got to do Child Spirit.
Based on Kariossa's movement, I'm going to take a shot in the dark because I did not know this. I'm guessing he's buying bomb chews as a child.
That's the only reason he'll be coming out here right now. No dense fire, so he can't check here. Can't even get the skulls for the token, so that must be what he wants to do. So that's going to give him a 5-pack of chews, which will be his first set of explosives. So this is probably a useful trip for him, although he's going to be very, very careful with those 5. They will not take him too far. They will take him further into Spirit Temple, though.
Yeah, it should be a 10-pack.
He doesn't know Spirit Temple's way of the hero. Nothing there from the scrub in the Hyrule Field. But yeah, I didn't know you could get onto the magic carpet and talk to the salesman as a child.
Yeah, I believe you do need a stick. You can do it with no sword, no stick as an adult.
Could do it if the devs would give us some baby butter boots.
Yeah.
And warping straight to the desert with those chews. Gavaroni looks like going into Valley for these 2 Sphere 0 checks.
Yeah, these were ignored there, along with like the fishing, child fishing stuff. Yes,
It's fairly risky lines coming from both players. It's a potential waste of time to get those chews, not knowing where the bomb bag is, and I think anytime a runner goes Valley, they're taking an inherent risk with their overworld movement.
a little bit of a risk. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, bomb bag could be in Gerudo Valley. Bomb bag could also be in Spirit Temple. So, yeah, I think we'll have to wait and see on this one.
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily count either of these as a bad gamble. I think they're both good plays, but
with that 10-pack of bomb chews on that ledge, I think Gavaroni's good on explosives for the rest of the seed. And I think while it might be risky grabbing that chicken for at least racers like myself, I don't think Gavaroni has to worry about dropping that chicken.
Yep, and we got bigger on sword there. Always nice to have.
Yep, and early. It's gonna make all of our boss fights very fast.
It's going to make a lot of dungeons really fast as well. And already having that magic, they'll be able to spend to win, you know?
Oh man, I haven't seen that stuff. Was just stepping off that ledge like that.
Oh, wow. The second spirit way of the hero is Zad Valley. So
Wow.
Kariossa not knowing it's way of the hero here.
Yeah, well, let's see if it pays off for him.
He might just do the
Alright.
first 2 checks and leave if they don't find a key.
Well, he's got a key already.
Oh,
so
well,
he may do the first 2 checks, but I would I mean, he bought the bomb shoes, so I imagine he's planning on doing all.
Gavaroni checking out the lake. Big Goron.
He's going for the 2 rear side hints here as well.
do we know how
Yeah,
many
I think-
skulls Gavaroni has, actually?
No idea.
Done some of DC and the Deku Tree. I think he's gotten the one in Lon Lon Ranch and the one in the castle, one in the market. He's got a handful. Second Kakariko Way of the Hero hit.
So we've just got one way the hero left to find. Also missing 2 foolish and
I
2
think,
sometimes hints.
And this play by Gavroni and Kariossa's play into the desert to grab those shoes, I think, is a sign of just how bottlenecked both of these runners are feeling by this seed and the explosives.
I think if the child climb checks
Good
don't have
dog.
anything, then 10 skulls probably has bomb bag, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Is
this
that
is the
our
last.
final Colossus.
So, what was that? Sorry.
I think that was our final Way of the Hero hint, Desert Colossus.
Well, that was ZL, so yeah, kind of important.
And Kariossa wasting one of those shoes that he just spent all that time and money getting.
Bit of a bunker ass. Yeah, Kariossa has done everything in logic now, Spirit Temple, so all the stuff he does after this is potentially not in logic. Although he did get an extra key there, so part of Adult Spirit's now open.
Yeah, all depends on where the bomb bag is.
Also seems kind of likely the hookshot might be the market way of the hero, if it's not the wallet. Could be bomb locked. The castle way of the hero being Miniwet, that does make a lot of sense though for logical forest access.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Forrest says
Oh, there's the bomb bag.
Yeah, map chest, okay. That is either Din's fire locked or it's bomb locked.
Oh, that is
not in
right.
logic yet.
That's the funky Spirit Temple logic that lots of people often comment about. You can get into that room as an adult into logic, but has no way to light those torches. Getting in there as a child is out of logic with those shoes.
Yeah, so we need a spell in order to put those into logic. And we don't have that yet.
And we don't have confirmation that that's not way of the hero as well. It could just be the first bomb bag with hookshot or something being somewhere else accessible.
And I think Gavaroni making great use of his time of day. Just turned night. Now gonna head over and talk to Dampe. Might be headed into the well.
Deck is stick upgrade. Why not?
Perfect timing right before the Iron Knuckle. $5 from the Redead. Oh, and Gavaroni finally going into the Royal Tomb. gonna clear out the graveyard if he can pull off the flame storage trick. Put your stick away, and as it goes into Link's pocket or wherever it goes, if it passes through the flame, it will get set in the game code as being on fire, and when you pull it out, it will remain on fire so long as that torch remains in the loading zone. As Kariossa picking up gold gauntlets there on the what is that? The right hand Colossus
Yeah,
right hand.
that is a vanilla strength upgrade, or as vanilla as you can get.
That is right. Usually the silver gauntlets to be in there, but Kariossa all the way up to strength 3. He's been working out. Almost up to 10 hearts, double magic.
Double defense.
He's a healthy boy.
Very well could be the third strength logically as well. So without having a good way of going back adult here for Kariossa, might just backwalk across Hyrule Field. They might be doing South Hyrule as well.
Yeah, Kariossa has not done Gerudo Valley yet, of course, or Lake Hylia.
Gotta imagine something's gonna be on the outside Ganon's Castle Ferry.
Could well be that strength was where the heroes. It might be that strength is required either for outside Ganon's Castle or for Night Arrows inside Ganon's Castle.
But meanwhile, Gavaroni is gonna be chasing that way of the hero, way of the hero going into Spirit Temple.
And the Kariossa are just getting that hint now.
First confirmation for Kariossa that the strength upgrade was Way of the Hero.
But he also knows it's locked behind the bomb bag.
Yep. So not logically, not in logic yet, but does point to strength 3 possibly being useful.
And without that bomb bag, there really isn't a whole lot for them to do. They can go into Zora's River, Child Goron City, one check in the crate.
And there's 10 skulls as well, of course. But yeah, it's starting to look a bit... oh, Kariossa finding himself a bit short there. Whoopsie.
Well, he's a child, of course he's short.
Yeah, someone looks... Can someone link Kariossa a fiver?
Yeah, both runners here are going to be pretty much identical on item sets in not too long of a time, about 5 minutes.
Assuming Gavaroni carries on with the rest of the I suspect he probably will do, because he knows it's Way of the Hero. It'd be a bit silly of him to skip it.
Also with 17 shoes.
Yeah, he's got plenty of explosives, you don't have to worry about them for now.
Speaking of chews, Kariossa going to be less happy to see this pack of chews here in the valley than Gavaroni was.
Yeah, not too big of a deal for us, as we know that both runners have gone to Valley, but gonna be weighing on Kariossa's mind here, and maybe a potential time waste going to Valley.
Yeah, I mean, we've got bigger onslaught. Sort of helps, I guess.
Well, the good news is that his opponent has also done these checks, so these runners, I think, are going to come out of these respective locations nearly neck and neck.
More or less. I think it'll be a couple of minutes between them. So, yeah. In terms of where they go next after this, I suppose there's the rest of the clear out now if they wanted to. Adult Spirit is sort of open. Bit messy, but it's doable.
I think if I were in their situation, I would save warp back to Kokiri Forest, maybe check out Child Goron City. There's a few things we could do over in Death Mountain Trail now with that bomb bag, at least if I were Kariossa.
Yeah, we've not seen any crater checks yet either. There's a couple of things they could do over there.
Yeah, if I were in their shoes, I would just rush outside Ganon's castle check, just on the off chance there's an item there, and then immediately go to Dodongo's cavern, just clear that out. It's pretty much the only thing that's completely open to them right now. They've already been in Stone Spirit. While it was Way of the Hero, don't think they'll be too stone averse this seed.
Yep, you can't be doing that in a 1v1. Unless you can deduce that it's epic bait. Gavaroni also
can't
getting this
see-
flame storage trick off here in the Spirit Temple.
Couldn't see for the life of me what was on the sunken bottle there.
Just a
Yeah,
recovery
it's
heart.
Recovery
Aha.
hunt? Cool. Yeah,
Might have been
stream
money.
quality on my end is terrible. Much like in seeing details on Kariossa's side.
But now both of our runners have seen that, and Emo Soda with the eagle eyes. And or maybe just like a good internet connection and stream in high resolution.
It's coming
Yeah.
clear for me.
And unfortunately, I had a syncing issue, so I had to drop the resolution quite a bit on our runner.
Kariossa checking Boulder of Destiny here. A bit of retracing of the steps of both runners.
We get genuine vanilla silvers there on Gavaroni. Not got the strength upgrade from Dampe race yet, I don't think. Oh no, bottom of the well's one he's missing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And will
probably
he might continue to chase that Way of the Hero into Spirit now. You know, what does Silver Gauntlets unlock for him?
Yeah, Adult Spirit, we still don't have a ranged weapon to hit that switch. And the bomb bag isn't in logic, but...
Yeah, at this point, I don't think they care.
Yeah, logic is probably going to be put aside at his point, as it typically is in seas where the bomb bag is just latent, deeply hidden somewhere.
And Kariossa, I think, saw what happened to GS Kirox, and making sure you check the bomb chew lady.
Yeah, we do have Market Away the Heroes. Definitely don't want to be skipping these checks.
ooh.
Nothing useful
Nothing
there,
this
though.
seed.
So it could still be treasure chest game.
Yeah, could be. We've also got big pose potentially.
And we almost have a 1 hour slingshot target in the market.
This has been a kind of a weird seed, just with the delayed explosives and now kind of a. There's still a little bottlenecked, I would say, but God, I imagine there's going to be something on Dodongo's.
Logic-wise, they're extremely bottlenecked right now. But yeah, they do have out-of-logic explosives. It does open up the seed a fair bit.
Even with explosives, they have Zora's River, they have Dodongo's Cavern, a couple checks in the crater and the trail. I guess they could go over to GTG.
Yeah, they could, using Reverse Wasteland, that opponent, someone they got earlier. They've also got, Adult Spirit out of logic.
Yeah, with no bow, I don't see them going to Gerudo Training Grounds yet. Just too risky.
But look at the pace Gavaroni is going through the well. Both these runners actually on a just hot pace.
And we'll see if there's anything explosive locked there, because we didn't see that on Kariossa when he went through well.
Nothing from Din's Ferry.
Saw the first explosive check, which was nothing. Gavaroni about to get the second one here.
So there is
So I think actually it's going
confirmation.
to be a key. I know it's a heart piece.
It's a Pizza Heart.
It is confirmation that the minuet from Castle is just for forest access. And also Requiem at the minuet check as well.
And Kariossa reclaiming the Master Sword. Where are they gonna go?
After a pretty long child segment here from both players. About 30 or 40 minutes almost. Gavaroni with an almost full wallet here. We'll be able to buy the blue fire pretty soon.
No, well, he could buy the blue fire. He hasn't actually got anything to put it inside yet.
Oh, that is true.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No
Missing
bottle.
Kings are not quite in logic yet.
Almost.
Almost. Need
Hold
to
your
hold
breath.
fire on that one a little longer.
Oh, what if it's
We've
bottle?
got our gold gauntlet
sorry.
fairy.
Yeah, what if it's a bottle here? That would be pretty wild.
Tension is mounting.
I mean, to be honest, any item here would be pretty damn wild.
Well, at least he had one of the strengths hinted at.
Yeah, this is true.
And it was only
Gavaroni has a
strength
cause.
locking. Oh. Yeah, it was
Gav-
only strength. Sorry.
You go first.
Oh, it was only strength locking that basement chest as well. I mean, it's not where the
Yeah.
strength was, but
Yeah, strength on dead hands, so Gavaroni is going to be able to pick that up in a short while. Oh, we got a
Slingshot.
slingshot.
Ew.
Fantastic.
huh.
Going into the woods. Maybe going into Goron City and the crater. He could oh wait, no he can't. Yes he can. He with those strength upgrades he can get one more check in Goron City.
Yep, the final chest in the maze. So that slingshot, of course, does
So I
not
think
wear the hero.
Kariossa just is going to Goron City to Dongus Cavern. I'm pretty sure it's just their fastest way to get there.
Also has, you know, a couple checks in the crater and the trail. The fairy fountain up top. We haven't seen what's behind Juke's wall inside Bono's chest.
Yeah, there's a few things to clear out in that area for Kariossa. And for Gavaroni as well, of course, when he gets to this point.
It's pretty good from an efficiency standpoint, yeah.
Yeah, these runners have had very crisp movement so far. It's proven why they're in the top 32 and why they've both moved on to this round 2 of the winners brackets. Neither runner are in danger of saying goodbye just yet. Even a loss at this stage, they'll have another shot in the losers bracket to progress.
And both runners having very strong first round opponents as well, with Kierox and Phoenix Feather.
Oh, nice. We got a vanilla nut upgrade.
If you missed the first round, although at this point it will be a bit of spoilers because you know these two runners made it through, but those were some amazing races.
They're all amazing races, let's be fair.
Yeah, if you haven't fallen in love with Zooter yet, where have you been? But welcome.
There's a hint for Requiem as well, so having all the sometimes hints here now. Still missing those two foolish hints, only Kakuri Forest is being hinted as foolish.
Yeah, that is a bit odd. think maybe we'll get one of those from that bomb locked hint in the crater.
Yeah, there's also Medigoron hint. Kariossa could go his way to get wanted.
Looks like gonna spend up the last of his chews here. Or almost the last of them. Getting those iron boots that get him into the Tektite Grotto and nothing else. But he's gonna lift the boulder.
First look at this check.
Just a stick. The seed
Yeah,
is
yeah.
being very rude.
Yeah, this is pretty much the opposite of a jet seed, as much as you can get from our perspective.
Yeah, this has
Yeah.
been a very dry start to the seed. We're over an hour. Still don't have a hook shot. Still don't have our logical bomb bag access.
1 hour
So-
in, 1 medallion, 1 free stone, and half a Dodongo's Cavern completed.
Yep. We still don't have any logical access to adult dungeons apart from GTG. And GTG without a bow, without a bomb bag, and without a boomerang hook shot is not going to get us very far at all. So,
And I just realized
yeah.
the other dungeons that the runners have dipped, they're both stone dungeons.
Yeah. Alright, so has Medigoron ain't got anything useful. Lost
Oh.
Woods is foolish. Oh, yikes.
Oh, that's like one of the worst you could find for foolish at this point.
Yeah,
an
I
hour
mean, that would
in,
be
they've done everything else.
Yeah, that would have been excellent hint to have early, but now that is just a bit of a kick in the teeth.
Yeah, if you get the hammer early in the seed, check that hint stone. That's a nice find, but not an hour in, as we see our first look here in the crater.
So we don't need the bean check, so Belera's not going to come into it today.
We have the grotto, the wall, the summit fairy. Something's got to give here in the seed. It's got to bust wide open soon.
Yeah, that's a Shadow Temple locked Bolero, so it's a very good thing that there's nothing there with no hovers.
Good point. Not many ways you can access that item there up on the volcano. Oh, there's Greg.
Okay, so we've got the wall check left here. We've got one more hint, 2 more if you count the one outside as well. And we have, of course, got Summit Fairy.
And we finally got a play into Zora's River. And Fire Temple Baron. Yay, maybe?
Yay, question mark. Fire Temple is a medallion dungeons.
All
Who knows
depends
on
on
that
where
one?
that boss key is.
Yeah, that's going to be a crapshoot and a half.
When will these runners concede to skulls? Or not concede to them, but rather just pick up the 10.
I thought you were going to
Gotta
ask
be
when will
soon.
these runners concede to the seed.
Yeah.
2
They
dot
just,
forfeits. What happens?
Yeah, convenient Goron tunic there.
That would be interesting. I don't think we've ever seen that yet.
And another hint for the market.
So 2 market, 2 castle, 2 cac, hence found so far with 2 spirit as well. I mean, we've already found all 5, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only hint we're missing now is maybe one something.
yeah, 1 colossus and then 1 foolish. That's it.
Cool, Kariossa nearly getting knocked off into the void. And we got a sinkhole.
Ooh.
Get it? Sinkhole? No.
Ooh.
Hey, there's the bow. Unfortunately, that really doesn't unlock any.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it
It
gets
gives
him
us
into adult spirit.
Kakariko, yeah, Kak Archery. It does give us adult spirit access finally.
Right.
All right, what's in Bono's chest? It's just the $5.
Bombs? No, I don't think so, because we don't have any way of lighting the torches as adults. Although, maybe, depending on key layout, I'm not sure.
There's another $200 for Kariossa. One final check here in Zora's River. Gavaroni probably going to check out what's in Domain. And nothing there on the final ledge. And I don't even think Gavaroni's at 10 skulls yet. Oh, this is Kariossa's first time in the Dongo's Cavern. We saw Gavaroni get the first 4 checks in here with the strength upgrade.
Yeah, which turned up absolutely nothing, so...
So Gavaroni
Curious,
is
not bloody. What's happening to his stream there?
Gavaroni making some progression here. We haven't seen what's in Zora's Domain yet.
I am getting the weirdest sync issues today.
Well, it is January 25th and not Friday the 13th, so that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I literally just had Kariossa like just doing the same role over and over there for like 15 seconds. It was very bizarre.
That's fun.
Both these runners just rolling along here.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
So do you think Zora's Domain is going to have anything useful in it? I suppose this area is in logic for us, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
is.
it's not, because we don't have bombs or anything.
Oh yeah, no bombs,
scale.
no scale.
This seed's pretty awful.
It is a bit, isn't it? Yikes.
It's just there's no,
I mean,
there's not much direction really on which way to go. I mean, like somebody pointed out in chat, there's about 5 or 6 in logic checks left, and they're not really going for any of those.
Yeah, they're just scattered checks, aren't they? So it's kind of tricky to... Like, you wouldn't really want to spend all your time just going for those particular checks. Like, you can do so much stuff out of logic at this point.
You know, they're trying to efficiently do as many things as possible, and at a certain point, you got to realize that there might not be a very efficient way of doing that.
well, they are making it look easy. Their movement is on point. Fortunately, the Seed just not playing ball. I mean, oftentimes, you know, this kind of strategy works out.
Now, what if they get the last check in logic? Yes, there's both last location. Their next item here. That would be pretty hype. Kind of a restart to the Seed, mainly.
If they're high-fiving at that point, it would be very exciting. And Stone Agony from the diving minigame. So nothing in Zora's Domain. Where is Gavaroni going now?
Imagine he's going to go back adult. Probably going to go back to Dodongo's Cavern maybe, or probably doing Kak Archery.
Have we seen the Reeded Grotto here in Kakariko?
We did, yeah. I don't think Gavaroni's done, but Kariossa did it earlier, I believe, and there was nothing.
Well, maybe doing some Skulltula farming. We might see 10 skulls finally. Just about 72 minutes.
Yeah, 10 skulls, one of those few checks that are still in logic. So, could be something important here. Could be the actual logical bomb bag. Or it could
That would be the worst progression to get, in my opinion.
It could be hook shot, maybe, which would be quite nice. I mean, the worst items to see here would be an empty bottle.
$50 above the king. That's a good place to stash your treasure. Let's see if the king holds anything in his heart.
Yeah, Stone Dungeon, of course, here for the. We've found no items in this place so far, so potentially just a barren check. We shall find out.
What if the seed wanted you to get 2 strength upgrades to get the iron boots in the Goron maze to get something in the Tektite Grotto?
Toto Grow is bomb locked, so that's not a logical access at the moment.
Oh man, dang it.
I'd imagine both the runners are probably saying the same thing of, oh, what if... Oh, dang it, it's locked by logic.
Yeah, they're not having that problem, but it is an interesting puzzle to figure out.
Yeah, there's just that one missing piece, really, to try and work out what this seed actually wants us to do, and yet nothing at all here in Dodongo's Cavern.
Oh,
And nothing
no.
from Ten Skulls either. Oh boy.
Wow.
Well, enough are we meant to be going on this one? I reckon it's got to be
Child Goron
archery.
City, spinning pot with strength. We've seen it
Oh,
before, and I'm calling
we
it now.
have seen that before. It could happen again.
I think if Gavaroni was going in that direction, they would have played Minuet already, so I don't think they're going to get that for a while. And Kariossa seemingly not going child yet.
They don't have the bow. They might be going into Zor's River as an adult, but they'd be orphaning off Frog's one. I guess he should have 10 skulls by now, too.
I think he was on 7 or 8. So not enough to do the 10 skull check here.
Alright, anyone who said that someone had checked the Redead Grotto, I want something. You liars.
That might have been me, and I might have mistaken you for meaning Read a Grave.
Oh,
which we have seen.
my fault.
Yeah, without hookshot, it's
Grotto, $5.
without hookshot, it's very hard to get 10 skulls as an adult, so usually you would get those as child first.
Yeah, no hookshot, no boomerang, no bottle even. But you
No
have
hope.
that slingshot. There's what, 5-6 inch Hakuriko.
Kariossa making the GTG play.
Ah.
This is
They might
interesting.
get very punished with not having bow here.
Hopefully
Yeah,
check the Tektite Grotto first.
Well, they might.
And, you know, might not care about the hookshot. Might do hookshotless strats in the Silver Rupee room. He's gonna check the Tektite Grotto. Is Gavaroni going over to Din's Ferry?
Okay, it just did that weird sync thing again. Being blown up by a bomb chill on the loop for like 20 seconds again.
Yep, he
Don't
is
know what the
not
player's up
death
to.
warping. What is it?
Boomerang there, though.
Interesting. Huh.
All hail, Lord Banana.
Yeah.
That doesn't open anything.
Nope.
I was trying to think about that, but yeah, I think you're right. There's nothing that will give us access to. Well, apart from Child Spirits, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's logical for that or not, though. I suppose not, because it's bomb locked, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, the rest of it is. Yeah, and we had the slingshot for the first 2 checks.
Yeah, if they
So
didn't have
that-
slingshot and that wasn't logically locked, then yeah, it could be for logic first, Child Spirit.
You know,
Yeah,
you know
we
most
did
of
have
the time,
slingshot in this Sphere Zero check, so.
most of the time that Jabu is a medallion, and you pick up the boomerang, you feel pretty good. Not in this case.
So Kariossa heading back over to Spirit Temple now.
As a child, is he's buying more chews? No, he's got the bomb back.
Really? Yeah,
I don't
surely he
think-
doesn't come all this way for bomb chews at this point.
Just the fairy fountain.
Have we seen this check yet?
Yeah,
We
we saw
have, yeah.
Gavaroni check this earlier.
Hmm.
Well, I guess he couldn't do this on his first check over to the carpet salesman. Oh, he's setting up Dampe too. Thought he was gonna like do some kind of weird death warp with the levers.
Tricky to do a death warp when you got 10, 11 hearts and double defense.
I thought it was just conceding. Saying, all right, I give up, Gavaroni. Good luck. Nope, he's still in it to win it.
80 minutes in, only one medallion so far.
Yeah, these racers are scratching their head, cursing up a storm, whatever they can to alleviate what the seat has been doing to them for the past 80 minutes.
And these days, I mean, you can see 3-4 medallions by the hour mark, so this is a exceptionally slow seed, one of the slowest I've seen. It's very bottlenecked by something.
Yeah,
Yes,
something
this-
could be adult spirits. Gavaroni looks like he's going to make his play into there.
At least from our perspective, it looks like it's going to be the hook shot that's the bottleneck for maybe Forest, or it could be ladder for Jabu.
Yeah, not gonna be the hammer. We have a Fire Temple Baron.
Well, unless it's Castle Fairy? Crater Fairy or something like that. So, with the... Oh, there's our first bottle. Blimey, don't Dambe Digging had it.
So I know when Gavaroni went into the Redead grave, I'm pretty sure I saw Dampe there. I have no idea why, unless he didn't have money. That would be pog.
Maybe.
That would be bad.
Don't know. I mean, you can get 5 repeats from one of the graves.
Yeah, and you can go into
That's
Shield
true.
Grave and just get more, or just keep bowling headstones for 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems
I'll
like I
have
don't
to
think
ask him
skip.
about that. Because
Might have forgotten it.
While that does give us access to King Zora, of course, out of logic, that also unlocks 10 big pose, which isn't out of logic, which is in our way the hero market.
Yeah, and like it was mentioned earlier, there's not very much in terms of checks that are actually logical accessible, so could just be that Gavaroni's making the slight gamble that there might not be anything there, but it's more of just it's not very efficient to do that.
Yeah,
These checks here in Spirit are in logic.
Yeah, luckily for him, that doesn't open a whole lot. You know, if that had been a hook shot or the hammer, that would have been a real Monka-esque. Because, you know, I'm thinking he checked that off of a checklist or something in his mind. That, you know, Dampe digging is done.
Night eyes.
All right, thanks, game.
So Spirit definitely required for those.
So is the light arrows gonna be the item that just leads into a cascade of our go mode items here in Adult Spirit?
Maybe. Could have a stacked Stone Spirit here. Bomb's still in logic. We need Fire Magic to put that into logic, or well, either that or bombs from somewhere else, I guess.
And I hope people can appreciate all this movement Gavaroni is doing to get this one check that normally you can just, you know, use hover boots or the long shot or even the hook shot to get easily. I have to check all the way around the room just for $200. So Adult Spirit not paying off.
Has to reset because of no hook shot. It's super rough.
Yeah, doing Spirit that hook shot is pretty mean.
He also has 0 keys because of what he spent in Child Side to get the gold gauntlets. He's key locked from further progression.
Yeah, logically it should be also key locked. The seed will assume that you have to use the key and not the best way, or not saves coming in as well. So logically it shouldn't be going deeper into Spirit anyway.
Well, I guess then maybe logically he could have spent the key to get the gold gauntlets on the adult side. So I don't know if that says anything. Spirit temple logic is hurtful.
Pretty messy, but in either case, we don't have a lot of explosives, so it's still shut off until we find some more stuff. DC had absolutely nothing. It was completely barren. No useful items there.
Gavaroni going to one of the few sets of checks that are left in logic with horseback archery and GTG.
Yeah, one of the
we're
rare
gonna see
situations. You see, he can do horseback archery, but he has no access to get onto the Gerudo Fortress rooftop.
Yeah, you're also going to see him get thrown into.
Kariossa getting that bow at River Open Grotto. If there is something bow locked, might be falling a little bit behind Gavaroni at this point.
Maybe. We've still not seen Cack Archery, have we?
No, we haven't. And with Nocturne also available, it's a little surprising, but it's the same reason that Gavaroni hasn't done Dampe digging at this point. It's just another scattered check that may or may not have something in. If you rush that, you're going to be missing, 10, or not 10, 2, 3 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, it's got to be on Gavaroni's mind, though, to want to get that done. Has to wait for daytime, I suppose, unless he plays Sun Song, now.
Yeah, the seed's nice enough that it's giving you Sun Song. What if it didn't have even Sun Song accessible at this point? It would be a kind of a train wreck. So not the worst it could be, but no hookshot here for Gerudo Guard. Gonna have to be very careful not to get caught. Ooh.
Oh, and he got caught. That's
Yeah,
a commentator's curse right there.
if you just use the nuts as soon as the guard drops, they will get stunned, and then you can just chain the nuts and keep stunning them as soon as you hit them.
Yeah, so when the guards do that sort of spinny dive thing, that will actually catch Link and force him to be thrown out rather than just doing damage. It's the only attack they do where that happens.
Yeah, and there's a bit of a wind up for it as well, so you can just back up as soon as you see that, but the range is quite big on it, so it's a little tough sometimes.
Yeah, you can just get caught out by it quite easily if you're not.
Yeah,
At least
chat
having
mentioning bow spam also a pretty good strat.
very least the seed gave him bigger on sword, so not the most painful guard ever.
Because imagine how cheesed off Gavaroni would be if he had to do the Gerudo Guard with Master Sword, then went to Gerudo Valley and found the bigger on sword right there.
Yeah, that would be a beating for sure. It's not playing Sun. Okay, there he's playing Sun Song.
Just remembered in the nick of time there. Oh wait, it's not daytime.
Yeah, do need it to be daytime to do the archery checks here in Gerudo Fortress.
Yeah, for some reason, all the Gerudos stay up all night except for the one who does the arch.
I mean, they're union workers, They have to only work during daylight hours. Have to have some amount of free time, right?
It seems like they're more of a cult, and I don't think cults work like that.
Hard to say. Well, nothing on 1,000. Will 1,500 archery have something, or will it be the first 3 checks in Grudo training grounds? Or maybe, you know, Kakariko archery. Both runners haven't really done that yet.
And he does have access to 4 checks in the BMOS room out of logic.
Yeah, plus maybe 1 or 2 in the maze, depending on where the keys.
But I actually imagine with no hookshot, Gavaroni will be doing the hookshotless strats in the Silver Ruby room. Getting grabbed by the wall master, and because at this point he's got nothing else to do.
It was not 1500 archery.
Well, both of our runners now up to 11 hearts. Healthy seed, but a troll seed.
I wonder how far behind each runner thinks they are, too, at this point.
I mean, I think at this point they're pretty certain the other runner has gotten just as trolled as they have.
Yeah, they got to be wondering though. It's like they both got those like little wolf checks. What if so and so did cack archery, or what if so and so went and did what else we got left even big pose? Who knows?
Child Goron City.
Jargon City, yeah. All those little checks. At least one of them has to have an item, we think, but who knows which one.
A very nice spin attack, taking out those Dinalpos.
Gavaroni might be hoping for the long shot being hookshot locked in Grudo training grounds as well here, so probably gonna see him full clear it. At least outside of toilet. Can't really check that because it has a Song of Time blocking it.
I think Kariossa heading to CAC Archery.
Ooh.
Yeah. For Gavaroni, I can see this going either way to be. He could full clear it, yeah. I think he's going for it. It does take him very far out of the intended logic of the seed, though, so it's maybe not necessarily the best plan to go for. And we don't have G2G way to heal or anything. Nothing actually pointing us that this is the right play or not.
And 90 minutes in, and we're still bottlenecked.
Yeah. Kariossa going for it and archery here, so maybe this is the play.
If you're on, oh, there it is. There's the hookshot.
Spoilers.
Oh shit!
You're miles ahead. There we go.
Sorry,
I think you're
chat.
at least 30 seconds. Need to. So yeah, hookshot on adult archery. And Kariossa speeding straight away over to Forest Temple. Time to actually get some medallion progression done. An hour and a half in with getting our second dungeon.
Yeah, could find the logical long shot in Grudo training grounds here for Gavaroni, so all hope is not lost yet, and well, they only have about a couple things left anyway, so probably going to be heading back to Kakariko for the archery pretty soon, at least once they finish Grudo training grounds. And there could still be an item in here that Kariossa doesn't have, so it may be required still.
Yeah, there's a possibility there. Who knows what we're going to find, really. We've still got quite a few items we need to before go mode. Still need to have a hook shot. We still need to find hammer, Din's fire, hover boots, Brutus Lesser, and is that
Long
it?
shot.
I think that's. Did I say long shot? I thought I said long shot. Anyway, yeah. Still a fair few items. So GG might have something useful, probably not something that Gavaroni can immediately use, though, unless it happens to be the other hook shot here.
We did get a strength way the hero. Might have been for this check here, or any of these checks in the pancake room.
Oh, hover boots.
Hobbits in Forest Temple. And a silver scale in the silver block room. Not a useful scale, unfortunately, but a scale nonetheless.
Might make the trek into Jabu a bit quicker. Welcome anyone just joining us here at ZSR, hosting another bracket matchup in the Zooter tournament. Kariossa versus Gavaroni. It has been quite a wild ride. These runners for the past 90 minutes have been locked pretty hard, bottlenecked left and right by the bow, leading to the hook shot.
I'm only a dense fire away from being able to complete Shadow on Kariossa's side here. Very stacked dungeon in terms of the strength of the adult dungeon, so it would be very nice to get access to that, and pretty likely to have an item at this point.
Gavaroni up to 5 keys. We'll be doing some save scumming to see what's on the right side of the maze versus the left side of the GTG maze.
Yeah, with no Song of Time here, it's pretty far out of logic, and Gavaroni hasn't confirmed where Hookshot is either.
Yeah, still no sign of it for Gavaroni, so there's another key.
One of the major risks slash gambles of doing Gridded Training Grounds is early and out of logic. But as long as he gets at least one item here, it'll probably be worth it.
You mean
If
one
he gets an
item
item
other
there.
than the scale?
Yeah, other than scale.
So there's nothing on right hand maze. We did find. So we found 8 out of 9 on that front now, I believe.
But if he doesn't get 2 keys on the left side of the maze here, he will not be able to get into the final maze. If he does get 2 keys, then the toilet is an item.
We know what's in GTG Center. It's going to be. So it's not something Gavaroni's particularly worried about, I suppose. Although it does mean it won't be valid. So there is that.
Well, in that case, Gavaroni will be hoping to only find 1 key like that on the left side of the maze.
There's another key, so toilet is an item.
Yeah, it's the 9 keys. Ooh, a second Poe.
Oh, wonderful. It looks like Gavaroni actually is going to be validated.
Might have forgotten about that hint. It has been a pretty long, dry opener, so can't really blame him
Either he's
for
forgotten
that.
the hint, or he just, wants the green rupee for the swag credit.
He did it for the viewers.
And like I mentioned before, looks like he's going to go to CAC Archery and get that hook shot, and then probably go to Forest Temple, just as Kariossa has done. So about 5 or 6 minutes behind.
Yeah, I think you're right. A good half of the Forest Temple completed by Kariossa. Gavaroni will be looking to make up some of that time.
Yeah, I suppose it probably depends on whether Kariossa decides to do GGG after this. So if Kariossa does that, Gavaroni will be able to make the time back, at least, most of it back.
Yeah, the
If
big question
Kariossa-
moving. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if Kariossa decides to go somewhere else, it may not bode so well for Gavaroni at this point.
Yeah, if there's something like Letter also in Forest Temple, then we could see Kariossa going immediately Jabu after this, and that would put him a little bit more far ahead. So if there's only one item in Forest, Gavaroni will be able to make up the time that's at some point.
Yeah, because I don't really have any other direction at the moment. I suppose I was about to say we could go into Fire Temple, but that's barren, of course, so there's no point in actually doing that.
They can go into the Water Temple. They can't kill Morpha, but they
yeah.
can get 99% of it done.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance having to dip Water Temple with no Serenade, no FW,
No long shot.
and no long shot. Yeah, it's not ideal.
With the hovers, they will be able to do most of the checks in there, so they could do the boss key chest out of logic.
Yeah, do they really want to, though?
This could be a seed where there might be an item in the Water Temple.
Yeah, chances are not high there, but it's still a possibility.
Yep, chat's still hoping our 2 wallets leading to King Zora are going to come into play.
In fairness, we've still not seen anything useful with it. It could also be, of course, that we logically need to use Zora 2 next.
Very possible. Which would mean that there is a small key, boss key, or an item on the center chest in Central Pillar and Water.
So our runners right there high-fiving for a brief moment, just one floor away from each other. Otherwise, they have been routing very differently. Seed finally bringing them back together here in the Forest Temple.
Kariossa getting the final key for the dungeon. Just items left at this point.
Missing that first jump slash. Tension is mounting as our runners seek out their final go mode items, of which there are a handful.
Boomerang was in the Tectite Grotto. So Gavaroni has access to that, he's just not been over there yet.
The Dongo's Cavern, barren of treasure this seed.
Yeah, with those hovers, they'll be able to check the Bolero check at the very least, so could be something useful there.
At this point, the only thing that is going to be even slightly useful song-wise is Song of... And that's not likely to come into play. We've already...
Yeah, unless it's for water.
Yeah, it could also be water river chest. Oh boy. It's a
Yep,
definite
it's gonna be a long
stretching
one.
time and waiting around, twiddling your thumbs time as we go through forest.
I think you mean time to sell out. What's our?
Yeah, buy subs and all that sort of stuff. We do have a sub goal at the moment. Tresgo versus Cubs rule for the bottom of the well rando race. Yeah, that'll do. That's what we're doing. We're going to go bottom of the well, and it's going to be a trap, and then they're going to be forced to play Breath of the Wild instead because maybe that's the far superior choice of game.
Oh man, Zuder Plando with bottom of the well being mandatory for all your items. Put all the items in the bottom of the well.
Yeah, and some with storms on like all dungeons check or something.
Yep, vanilla all dungeons. Deku Dodongo's Jabu.
Plando is planned. We have not scheduled it in yet, but that will be happening soon, I think.
And every subscriber does count towards helping support the stream. So if you do want to support the stream, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, of note, the Amazon Prime, you do get a free subscriber every month through Twitch Prime.
Yeah, you use it once a month, every month. So you can link up your Twitch account to Amazon and then go for it. You can use those lovely ZSR emotes when you go.
Yep, if you're willing to subscribe, you're in for a good time here on ZSR.
I mean, let's be honest, everyone loves a bit of Zelda emotes. Big Poe in a bottle.
Oh.
Fantastic. Well, that's actually really good news for Gavaroni. Skipped the bottle from Dampo earlier, so if it's
Good
Big
point.
Poes we need or it's King Zora, then yeah, he's going to want to definitely have a hold of that. And I suppose at this point, it kind of has to be one of those two items or treasure chest game for Market Way the Hero, right? Those are the only three checks.
Yeah, or it's something on King Zora.
Yeah. So bottle is 66 chance of being required here.
Yeah, other than that wallet, we found nothing yet out of the market, and we're really hoping, especially considering we have both tunics, or we've seen both tunics, that you know, we're not. We hope the wallet's not way in here.
Yeah, the bottle in the Forest Temple here is really gonna save at least a minute off of Gavaroni's time, so we'll help him get him back in the race from the time he took getting the hookshot on Kakariko archery. And a nice one cycle from Kariossa.
Yeah, Bigger on Sword makes that a fairly easy boss fight, thankfully. Master Sword, I don't think it's quite possible to get one cycle here, unless of course you use cheaty glitches.
You can use the bow.
Nothing from Phantom Ganon.
It's just very specific.
As Gavaroni about halfway through the Forest Temple here. Kariossa heading straight over to Spirit. Are they gonna reverse to GTG? Let Gavaroni catch up? Stay tuned. So with this hookshot, Kariossa should be able to at least get all of the checks in Spirit minus the Mirror Shield checks. And
So it's going to net Kariossa light arrows that are still in here.
yep, and this is the time that Gavaroni needs to catch up here in the seed. I think Kariossa will probably still be completing Spirit by the time Gavaroni is fighting Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, pretty much as tied up as you can get now. Push with that bottle.
Yeah, I really want to see what that what the Ghost Hunter has.
Might see the runners try to go for the 1 in 32 in the treasure chest game without lens.
Oh, I don't know. Cola isn't one of our racers.
With it being Way of the Hero, I mean, it could be a gamble worth taking.
That's true. Way of the Hero gamble. I like.
Where the hero and stone dungeons, they're a winning combination in any book, really.
So I think the top right chest in the big room has to be a small key. In order for Kariossa to progress further.
You're probably right on that front, although... Yeah, because Kariossa did all chance side already.
Yeah, I believe Gavaroni skipped that chest.
He didn't have the hookshot, so he was unable to access it. No
Yeah.
hookshot, no hover boots. Nope, still looking for the long shot. Din's fire, hammer, and our letter. So if Kariossa doesn't pull anything out of the Spirit Temple, I think we're down to Adult Lake Hylia, the Water Temple, Child Goron City, 10 Big Pose, and Gerudo Fortress Rooftop.
And King Zora.
Oh, right, King Wape. Hiding out over on East Hyrule. Kariossa filling up his wallet. Gavaroni pushing some blocks here in the basement of the Forest Temple. 2 checks. We know our garbage. He's hoping our progress. There's his bottle. Hopefully that sets off some flags in his mind.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit surprised if he didn't go straight to market with the bottle. A little surprised that Kariossa didn't check that.
Yeah, it would be good to just get out of the way, wouldn't it?
Man. With no Furor's Wind just yet. Clearing the Spirit Temple here. It is a medallion, so it will be required at some point, but getting back here without Hammer opening the shortcut, it might be wasting a couple minutes.
Spirit's a stone, so
Oh, right. Well,
yeah, not actually required to come here.
Yeah,
my bad.
we know
Probably
Frogs
a
2's
required
dead.
bomb bag.
Yeah, Frogs 2's dead, and Skull Kid is dead. So our all dungeon is just locking Darunia in Goron City.
Yeah, so of course Darunia is probably gonna have Din's Fire or something.
So Kariossa orphaning one check left at the top of the Spirit Temple that he has access to.
I think
now back in
Kariossa
the
was
Temple of
key locked
Time.
again, wasn't he?
Nope, he got another small key, found the boss key. So minus the mirror shield, he can kill Twin Rova. But I'm thinking he's remembering about that Poe.
Heading that direction. So is this going to be our way of the hero or bullets? That's the question.
Oh, almost passing it.
This is
There's
the
something
last
strange
check
in
we
this
got
seed.
in market. Apart from treasure, oh, we got treasure chest game as well.
Oh, Din's Fire! Wow.
That is a great fight for Kariossa.
And looks like Gavaroni is right behind these racers are neck and neck. Sub 2 hours in, this is getting exciting.
Oh, they finally caught up to each other.
Yeah, both are going to be straight into Shadow Temple now.
Yeah.
Go full
Kariossa
clear
had-
that dungeon and hope like hell we find Hammer or Ruta Sessa.
Kariossa does have a little bit of Spirit Temple cleared that Gavaroni doesn't, but as mentioned before, just the stone, and they won't be doing that if they don't need to.
Kariossa also did clear out the rest of back for yet.
If there's
Nothing
another,
there.
there's gonna be another item in Shadow. This is gonna be a very tight race.
I mean, the amount of checks we got here in Shadow Temple is pretty likely we'll find something.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see what it is.
If it's something like Letter, that might be more in Kariossa's favor with the boomerang at the Tectile Grotto. But if it's something else like maybe Hammer or Long Shot, then we could see this being pretty tight for a while.
Yeah, Hammer won't
Yeah.
really do much for us since we know find. Obviously, there's an item we need to find at some point in order to finish the seed, but it's not going to change too much in terms of logic.
Yeah, but Kariossa with the lead in Shadow Temple, also a very good note of that boomerang. Gavaroni might not be back over to that Tectite Grotto for a while.
Yeah, Gavaroni, of course, did already do GTG, so there's not really any reason why now.
Yep.
I suppose if he gets Hammer, then you might be tempted to go that way for Hammer Rocks.
It also has the Haunted Wasteland and the Fortress Rooftop orphaned over there.
And yeah, we do have that bomb bag finally in logic. Good point. So the game expected us to get that bottle from Damper, Poe, go hand that in, get Din's Fire, and then go do Spirit Temple as adults. After doing Childside just to get the keys, in order to get the bomb bag.
It sounds like even the game expects this seed to drag on and on.
Yeah, that's some pretty scuffed logic. Required double dip into Stone Spirits.
This is a time for these races to show off their tight execution. So far, the past 2 hours, they've just been nailing everything. A few hiccups here and there, but just really impressive movement.
Yeah, Shadow Temple is a place where you definitely want your movement to be on point. It's a very big dungeon. There's a lot of open space in here. And it's quite easy for things to go wrong if you're not paying attention enough.
Or if you don't know the location or movement of some invisible platforms. They do not have the lens of truth, so no handicaps.
We
Answer
have not
question.
checked King Zora yet. Still open. Still a possibility that that's Ruta's life.
Not a whole lot else for these runners to do. Water Temple, Adult, Lake Hylia, Child Goron City. There's the boss key.
Big fan of Gavaroni's Magic and Heart Color scene. It's a nice ATZ pink.
Granted by the Bubblegum Fairy. Kariossa here in the like room, arming up. One piece down. Oh, no. Missed and got whacked by the invisible blade. 2 keys down. 3 keys down. 1 pancake to go. Pizza Heart from the visible chest. And another one from the invisible one. Happy 2 hours, everybody.
Yeah, 2 hours, 2 medallions down.
Looks like Gavaroni has made up a bit of time here. Just 1 room behind.
Yeah, Kariossa's dropping a little bit of time here, and execution gap is starting to widen just a little bit, so see how this goes.
Yeah, I think moving from not this room with the falling spikes into the Redead and the Silver Rupee room, that is always a potential to fall to your death. So hopefully these runners know where their platforms are, know where that moving one is, more importantly.
Also, who just talk about that little strat that Kariossa? I've never seen that before. So using a damage boost from the spike trap in order to get jump on top of the falling platform.
Oh, that is actually, I think it was Bloody Biscuit who found that out in order to get the backflip into the rule set. He discovered that glitchless way of getting up there.
I knew there was another glitch to set up for chest. I've seen a video of that one, but yeah, I've not seen that spike trap before, and that is pretty damn neat.
Nice.
I do like that.
Maybe Kariossa just made history.
Maybe.
We'll have to clip that or go back to the VOD after this is over. Gavaroni now moving across the invisible platforms. Looks like knows exactly where to go. Oh, I almost cursed him, but he's made it. We've got our second high five here in the Shadow Temple. Gavaroni a few silver rupees behind Kariossa at this point.
It turns out the seed is AD that does have the advantage with all those stone checks he's already done, but that's a bit unlikely if they hold on. Excuse me, right. Yeah, it's still very unlikely that we have to be Darunia. Was that another scale?
Yeah, I believe so.
I just saw that fly past there on Kariossa's screen.
So Gavaroni will have gold scale, Not particularly useful, but
Yeah, not at this point with irons and the hook shot. But it
Yeah,
might,
nothing.
it might put some warning bells in his head that he's forgotten the ATZ grotto.
it is true.
Could do, yeah. Gavaroni may be thinking more of Water Temple now. That might be on his mind. Go clear out Valley, clear out Lake Hynia, do all that sort of thing.
Yeah, Bombag is now in Logic with the dens that they found in Market.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy spoiler log.
Gavaroni with some very nice movement through the fan room. Backwalking, setting up that chew to kill the Skulltula. Very nice play. All
Yeah,
without
that's a
Iron
nice-
Boots is he made up a lot of time right there.
Yeah, all that's helping him catch up here.
It's a nice
Very
glitchless
dark
setup.
place.
I often see it in glitchless Zelda runs for Ocarina of Time, and Gavaroni does have some experience with that.
I particularly like the bomb chew, backflip bomb chew to kill the Skulltula. That looked particularly sexy in my opinion.
Kariossa did not get gold scale because he hadn't done GTG yet. The other scale was in the silver block. So it's just silver scale for Kariossa at the moment.
Yeah, Gavaroni spending a lot of time in GTG just for a scale and to orphan a check in the toilet.
We also got a bow upgrade, let's not forget that.
Oh yeah.
Those
Very
10
nice.
extra arrows are definitely going to come in handy.
Meanwhile, both of them launching their love boat. Gonna be joined by a pair of dates here in a moment.
Look up Living Colossus is now. I want to say about 15 seconds. So yeah,
Gavaroni has
Gavaroni is
made
just
up time.
bit by bit, Gavaroni in this temple has just closed the gap on Kariossa. It was really impressive to see.
But don't count Kariossa out. That boomerang, Lord Banana, might be the item that sets everything apart.
Could do, yeah. Gavaroni definitely needs to go grab it at some point. If he orphans it, then that's not going to be good.
Yeah, like I said, I hope that gold scale set off some warning bells.
Doesn't look like we're in Bell Strats' seed, unfortunately.
No bells. Christmas time is over.
Sad times.
Yeah, it was such a dry start. I can't imagine them risking falling into the void here. It just seems a little zany.
It's totally
Unnecessarily risky.
Yeah, it is the most unnecessary risk you could possibly take in this game. Which is why, of course, it's so worth it.
Other than going to Valley, I tend to agree with you. Oh, a hammer!
Hammer. Yep. So that unlocks a handful of checks on the overworld and a barren fire temple, which they will eventually need to clear out. But I can't imagine that that's their first priority.
Yeah, they will definitely not be going there before they have Scarecrow.
And with no Forest Wind, they couldn't set a gridded training ground, so really going to be a tough call to make to go there. Getting the Void out for Kariossa, nice.
Yeah, skip a little cutscene there, which is always handy.
Gavaroni getting trolled by the Wall Master. Or is it Floor Master? One of those two. It's a floating hand.
Ooh, a little bit too far from the void for Gavaroni there, and also not getting the a hop in time, but it's only about a 10-second cutscene or so. But those seconds do add up to minutes, and these runners definitely don't want to concede any time to the other player.
Yeah, certainly not at this stage.
So all that stands between them is a bongo bongo fight and a boomerang from the Tektite Grotto.
So is this the point where Kariossa and goes and buys blue fire? Do you think it's going to be what he's going to do here?
Well, they will be right next to CAC.
I imagine with the water temple to do, you should do the water temple in Adult Lake Hylia.
Yeah, so it's quite far out of the way though. We haven't got Serenade way over.
I could see him buying the blue fire, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess he's not going to buy it.
No, he's save warping. Might be doing some child checks now. Can't imagine that's going to be water temple because if it was that, I'd probably just walk out. Oh, you
Wow,
can
he's
you
right.
can get Bolero here now. Not Bolero. Actually, no, yeah, it is Bolero. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was mixing up my songs there for a moment.
Yeah, just picking it up to go to Fire Temple quickly. Let's see, I guess we get to see what's the song check there as well.
That's true, yeah. We've still not come to get this song.
Yeah, 2 hours 10 minutes of
Serenade,
Serenade.
There we go.
Wow. So Song of Time's at either Ice Cavern or the Burning Kakariko check. So they have to complete Fire or go to Ice Cavern. But with no letter, gotta imagine they're gonna do Fire.
Looks like gonna check out the Crater Fairy Fountain first.
Yeah, without long shots, doing Fire Temple without Scarecrow is a bit of a gamble.
Looks
So
like
I don't think
Gavaroni's
Kariossa will want to do that right now.
Looks like Gavaroni's on the same wavelength. Interested in some songs.
Oh, the
And
letter!
Naruto's letter!
So there we go. That's very convenient. Get Serenade, get the letter. Let's see if... Nope, Gavaroni's going into Fire Temple.
It shouldn't be too bad, assuming he checks that after Fire Temple. Won't really affect his sequencing here. But if he passes it...
Yeah, Kariossa also heading into Fire.
Alright, so they're both taking the gamble here that they don't need Scarecrow. Oh, there's some troll in chat. Ugh. Oh, great.
Oh, some guy named Tresco.
This guy.
Yeah, it looks like someone has accidentally made them a mod.
Or no, I got that wrong. It's TreeZC0 underscore. Interesting username.
I think it's Trezk 0.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't consider that. Where is the long shot indeed? Get your bets in chatting right now.
Could be Vanilla Longshot and Water Tower. Could be River Chest. Could be somewhere in Spirit Temple, locked behind the Mirror Shield. We've also got Ice Cavern, that's open to us now. Orlosaurus Fountain, of course. King Zora, still a possibility.
Yeah, at this point, most of the rest of Hyrule is open to them. The first 90 minutes, they were struggling, getting bottlenecked. But this latter half of the seed, everything's kind of opening up for them. And so far, Kariossa making the right place. Has the rang, has the letter. 2 things Gavaroni needs to go collect.
Yeah, that's an extra dungeon. Kariossa has an extra medallion he can do once he's finished Fire Temple, always assuming that Fire Temple is completable. But Scarecrow locked, then both our runners are going to be a bit screwed here, but we'll see how it goes.
I do believe both of them have child song set, so it wouldn't be terrible to have to warp down there and grab the adult version.
Yeah, although it's a little better for Kariossa since he already picked up Serenade. If Gavaroni forgets to grab that, and then he's going to take the long way around. Yeah, the sea does not have my trademark. Siberians through and through. It's been a toasty one, that's for sure.
Next chest for Gavaroni is either a small key or the boss key. Hoping for that boss. You know, the rest of the Fire Temple, completely barren of treasure. I'm not gonna get anything valuable out of here.
Yeah, nobody likes doing barren dungeons, especially Fire Temple, because you can just skip all of it if you find the boss key early.
Yeah, even with this really slow, dry start, it could be accelerating out of control here if Jabu has a long shot indeed.
Yeah, long shot's the last item we need now, so all comes down to where that turns out to be. So we're done with the shallowest part of fire. Going on to what I would consider mid-fire.
It's all the question in whether or not Gavaroni checks a Tektite Grotto and Crater Fairy.
Yeah, Crater Fairy, I imagine he will do. Like, I can't see him skipping that at this point. But Tectai Grosso, miles out of the way for him. Pretty much an orphan check.
Yeah, it is
So-
very out of the way.
That could be Gavaroni's downfall. See how it goes.
Yeah, could be that they go to Spirit, that we've already seen Kariossa do.
Yeah, that's going to be a time loss for Gavaroni, mate. I'm not expecting to find anything else in Spirit unless there's a mirror locked item there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't imagine he skipped Serenade, but if he skips Serenade, gets Rudo's letter, he could save warp to the temple in time, and to get over to the lake, he might think to check the Tech Grotto.
Both these runners not pushing the block at all, saving a little bit of time by being able to do bomb drop while climbing the block there. Saves 2-3 seconds. But probably will end up mattering.
Yeah, they're pulling all the stops, all the tricks. And unfortunately getting ice arrows after killing Bongo Bongo. Blue fire arrows still not available in the Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Hey, we got ice arrows. Baron Smaron, eh? We always want to find a good set of ice arrows. And yeah, they do. I think they do technically do slightly more damage. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I've heard rumors. And at the moment, Cariossa's probably a bit further because he got the letter, and which Gavaroni hasn't picked up yet.
Yep, Gavaroni a room or two ahead of Kariossa in the Fire Temple, but I do agree, Kariossa in the lead.
Yeah, we have seen Gavaroni's execution. Definitely helped him along a bit to this. Generally been faster than Kariossa going through the dungeons, but yeah, in terms of item checks, he's falling behind, and that might be the thing that ends up costing him.
Most Soda saying it great in chat. 1 item versus 3. Both high-fiving at the shortcut.
Yeah, no item there. It's looking like it's going to be a deep fire scene.
Yeah, luckily Gavaroni has the key to progress. Doesn't need a key off the Scarecrow. But that could still be either the boss key or I don't know. Can't be anything important, but could still be the boss key.
I'm just waiting for it to be on Hammer Chest.
That's how it always tends to go, isn't it? When you get Baron Fire Temple, it's a medallion. That means you have to go all the way in to get boss key from the blooming final chest at the top of the mountain.
I've seen all sorts of locations for the Fire BK, but in general, I feel like it's either super early or super late. It's not usually the case, I feel like, for it to be like mid-fire. Could still be on Scarecrow, though.
Yeah, Scarecrow is a scary one. Neither of our runners has long shots, so they will double.
And they've both not set up a Scarecrow either. Both not going to Lake yet, although they both have, at least Kariossa has Serenade now.
Yeah, Gavaroni. Serenade's right outside the door here. It's on the Bolero check, so Gavaroni can certainly get Serenade if he remembers to do that song.
Getting the back walking through the firewalls really quick. Very nice. First try.
Yeah. Through the fire and the flames, he carries on. And yeah, no FW either, that is true. So, a little bit of a time loss if they have to double dip.
For if that's in water, that would be pretty trolly for the sea to do.
Yeah, that would be neat.
Pretty useful for water, but if it's there, could have saved a bunch of time already in the seed. They'd used it earlier.
Yeah, just watch it be on Blooming Morpher or something like that. Right after the point where you actually needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Gavaroni taking out the Flare Dancer, riding up, up, up. 2 more chests to get. Kariossa hitting the vanilla switch to get across the flame maze.
Had a slight misstep there with the items equipped. Always can be kind of difficult menuing and making sure you have all your items for each dungeon available for when you need them, and minimizing those item equips will save about 5 or 6 seconds each time.
Yeah, that sort of time does add up. It's not the biggest time save in this game. I'd say movement is really the biggest thing you want to optimize, but menuing is definitely one of those ones you want to keep an eye on.
Okay, so with 2 keys left, I think Gavaroni is down to the boss key and a Baron item.
There's the item. Wow. It's Scarecrow lock. Here we go.
Bad news.
Oh, man.
So Gavaroni hopefully gonna pick up Serenade, gonna grab the letter. But taking him away from the Tektite Grotto.
Yeah, he does get Serenade at least, so it's not to Lake Hylia for that Scarecrow song, but that's
looks like he's going for the Crater Fairy.
Checking the volcano first. Actually, is this his first time inside the crater?
Yes.
It might be, yeah.
So saving a little time there.
In that case, though, Kariossa is might be passing him coming out of the Fire Temple.
Maybe, yeah. Kariossa doesn't need to warp with Serenade as soon as he opens it.
If Gavaroni does set up Scarecrow, though, could see him go to Northfield. It's not too out of the question after coming out of Adult Lake. So it could be one way that he gets back in this.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a long trek there, really.
If he exits
On-
Kakariko, could also be closer to it and might elect to check it as well.
Would be interesting to, if either one of these runners want to dip into the water temple. Looks like Kariossa says it no.
And Fire being foolish, can't really see them rushing that until the very end as well.
But he is gonna stick around and do some adult lake.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be time for some fishing.
Yeah, the hook shot or the long shot in the seed could very well be hook shot locked at this point. Not too much else that could really be.
And Gavaroni is not warping straight to the lake. Gonna get this hint first, maybe? No, continuing on.
Yeah,
Where
well,
are they
he's
headed?
got. Has he still got Death Mountain Trail stuff to do? I think maybe.
Oh, maybe Juke's Wall? I'm pretty sure he checked the Storm's Grotto.
No,
Oh,
he
the
didn't do
maze?
Storm's Grotto yet. By the
No,
looks of
he
it.
didn't.
Yeah, I think he might have a couple of things to do here because he's not been to the mountain for quite a while. Last time he was here, had pretty much nothing.
Yeah, so checking off some higher density areas than Hyrule Field.
He does still have opponents though, and really depends on where he's going from here.
He's got the Hammer Maze. Meanwhile, Kariossa doing checks we haven't seen. Getting closer and closer to that long shot. Wherever it may be. Now Gavaroni gonna pick up his Scarecrow song. Let's see if he does these adult checks or maybe beats Kariossa back into the Fire Temple.
I mean, it makes sense to clear out these lake checks. So you might as well get them done.
There's some more pizza on the lab roof. And Kariossa backflipping all the way off.
Yeah, kind of overcooked that one.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. And Gavaroni isn't gonna waste time here in the lake. He's going straight back to Fire Temple. He's in it to win it. He maybe feels behind, which of course we know he is. This is good for Gavaroni. Both runners know where the Bosky chest or the Bosky is hiding, and it looks like Kariossa is gonna jump into the water temple. I think at this point, almost 2.5 hours in, the seed has scrambled these racers' brains. But it might just pay off. We don't know for which one.
Well, we know water temple's required at the very. No harm in dipping it at least as far as boss key. And yeah, if the seed is the way it is, like, you know, this is actually one of the more dense locations to do. There's 4 items in here. We are getting quite low on checks in general. Point. Yeah, in the other area, we've got this pretty beefy, I suppose, as Ice Cavern.
Yeah, the highest density area is the Ice Cavern at this point.
Yeah, Kariossa does have access to that as well as Jabba, of course. So, on his end, I could imagine he'd give this place up after finding boss key. Well, I don't think he'll want to full clear it. Not when he's got another medallion dungeon he can do.
Yeah, chat pointing out that Kariossa still hasn't done GTG. That giant side dungeon might be playing him.
Yeah, that's certainly going to be on his mind. Naffle dungeon, but if he thinks there's something useful, then he might be tempted to go over there next. Again, I think Jabba is going to be a far more what's the word I'm looking for?
Efficient place to be.
Yeah, it's it's the medallion dungeon. It's there may be less checks there for sure, but you got to get it done. So it doesn't really make sense to go for an optional dungeon before it, especially when
Yeah.
you're only one item from go mode.
Yeah, you could just go mode Water Temple, and as soon as you find the boss key in there, you're good to go. Versus full clearing it potentially is gonna be a potential huge time sink. Ah, and I was right. Never mind. we knew that. We knew that.
Yep, unfortunately, Kariossa not pulling out the similar looking boss key in the Water Temple. Going for the cracked wall. Gavaroni armed with some bombs. He's gonna take out the dragon. Anyone unfamiliar with how the Volvagia boss mechanics works? For the super fast speed running strats, there are 2 hitbox to the dragon. One that plays whack-a-mole and one that flies around. However, while one dragon is playing whack-a-mole with you, the other flying around dragon's hitbox is vulnerable to the hole that you will see the dragon fly into. So with some well-placed bombs, you will be able to damage the dragon while playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah, so you'll be able to hear it on Gavaroni. You'll hear Volvagia kind of deep blade. It's a little bit faster to distract with bomb shoes, of course. I'm not sure if Gavaroni has enough left though, so that's probably why he's doing it with normal bombs.
I think his problem is nuts. He is lacking on some nuts as opposed to bomb shoes.
Oh yikes! Didn't we get a nut upgrade earlier? How's he?
I did say I think.
Might be out of shoes. I don't know what his chew count is at.
I think his chews were a bit low.
Yeah.
Anyway, does get the 1 cycle there, which is very nice.
It gives him an extra song, either Prelude or the Song of Time. And if it's the Song of Time, it could save him some time in the Water Temple here.
Yeah, may even be required, we don't know. And yes, for those of you who've been keeping an eye on glitch hunting on OOT, this is the R-Wing boss.
There you go. Kariossa checking out the Dragon Chest, hoping that Song of Time is not needed.
Yeah, no boss key found just yet. No useful items either. Yeah, the R-Wing thing has been something that's been known about. Like it was known that the thing was in the code, and it was basically there to just like Z targeting and flying monsters and all that sort of stuff. But until recently, there was no known way of actually spawning it into the game without using game shark codes and that sort of thing. But yeah, recent glitch hunting has changed that, and now there is actually a way to spawn in the R-Wing using vanilla OOT strats.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Unfortunately for Gavaroni, Prelude is not the way he was hoping here in Burning Cat cutscene. But headed to Lake Hylia. Let's see if he jumps into the temple or does those Lake Hylia checks. Looks like straight into the temple. Kariossa about halfway through, a handful of checks left.
Yeah, so he's got the archery target here. Did you do Central Pillar yet?
He's not done the Central Pillar or the Boss Key chest or Dark Link. But there it is, there's the Boss Key.
And yeah, Kariossa, is he carrying on? He's only an old thing, but I don't think he's going now.
How many keys has he found?
He's found 3 keys and the boss key.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go clear off the rest of.
So it's only a potential 1 item there with no Song of Time, so I don't blame him.
Yep.
Yeah. As I was saying earlier, you got progression dungeons. You don't want to be faffing about with Water Temple at this point once you find the boss key.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has to do a bit of climbing up in the Fire Temple. Let's see if Gavaroni grabs the boss key before Kariossa kills Volvagia. Gavaroni did skip out on the compass chest, so that might save him a handful of seconds here. Unless he routes that in a little bit later. We're not home. Go away. We're in the middle of a Zooter race.
Come on, Gavaroni. You got Din's Fire. It's right there. Press C. Do it.
Nah, he's being a stubborn Roni.
Yeah, he's doing it the hard way.
And to answer a question in chat, Kariossa did find the boss key from the bow-locked chest here in Water Temple.
Yeah, the central targeting thingy, bob. I forgot the actual name of it.
Yep, so now he's hunting down the boss key here in the Fire Temple, which he knows exactly where it is. Just needed
Yeah,
to
not
scare
exactly
first.
hunting as it is. Just proceeding towards.
Sneaking past some Skulltula.
Yep, certainly don't need any more of those as seed. Could have
Okay,
gotten away without grabbing a single one of that. Gavaroni setting up the hover boots trick to get over to boss key chest.
Very clean.
Yeah, out of logic and something that Kariossa skipped.
Yeah, there could well be an item here.
It's slightly easier than the Goron City hover boot strat, so
Yeah, hover boots
Yeah.
are some nifty tools.
It's just a heart piece there. So it's not looking like water's going to have any good items in it today. Still got, I think, maybe 2 items left in there.
Yep, I think that's right.
So there's still a chance, but not a very high chance.
so they're just 2 small keys in the last 2 checks.
I will know more in a second. I think this is Gavaroni's 3rd key here.
Must be, yeah.
In which case there would be, what, 3 more keys? So yeah, just 1 item somewhere in the Water Temple. In the Central Pillar, Dark Link, the River Chest, or on Morpha herself.
No, not a key there. It must be pillar key.
Yeah, we are down to the long shot. Down to a handful of places that the runners haven't got. Mainly
long
Jabu
shot
and
is the go
Ice
mode. At least for Kariossa it is.
Yeah, other than the Ice Cavern Jabu area, including King Zora, We haven't seen Shaldgoron City, the rooftop of the fortress, the hammer rocks outside the fortress, the haunted wasteland, the Zelda lullaby block chest at the top of the spirit temple, and one check here in the water temple.
Oh, playing Prelude.
So where is Gavaroni off to next?
He's had a child.
Could still get the Boomerang Ace child with the gold scale,
Yeah, it's a possibility.
but
I'm not sure we'll take him out that way. Well, I suppose no, he did Gerudo Valley already, didn't he?
Yeah,
did he do Boulder actually?
Boulder Destiny?
pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think he did.
Yeah, he did that before Lon Lon Ranch.
Huh.
Yeah, he's gonna turn in the letter. I can't imagine he goes all the way over to the Tectite Grotto. He's going in ice.
Yeah, he could go for a Jabu dip here, potentially.
That would be interesting. Graveyard completely dead now. So where does Kariossa go? He has Jabu that he can clear right now. I'm not sure where he's going. Oh, he's getting his Prelude.
Phoenix Feather coming in with a 2-month sub there. Very nice indeed. Thank you very much.
Yep, Phoenix Feather checking in on Kariossa, who sent him down to losers brackets, but Phoenix Feather's still in it.
Yep, not out yet. Still going strong. Chat, I do apologize for this knocking, bashing something against the wall, I think. Not much I can do about it.
As long as it's not the cops.
Pretty sure I don't live next to the cops. I mean, I might do. I don't know. I don't actually know my neighbor. I've met him.
It looks like Kariossa is following Gavaroni right behind him. Unfortunately, armed with that boomerang, gonna clear out Jabu Jabu, unlock the light arrow cutscene. So yeah, still 2 items versus 1. Gavaroni needs to make his way over to the Tectite Grotto.
Still no Ferrar's Wind.
They're both going to do Jabu and
Oh wow.
clear it.
At this point, it looks like Kariossa's race to lose. Just all depends on where that long shot is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine there's going to be much chance of Kariossa not finding a long shot, but Gavaroni somehow like big brains it and finds it first. So they've both got roughly the same like set of checks to do at this point. So it's not a huge amount in it. If it turns out to be Darunia of all things, Kariossa's definitely got this race because Kariossa has done way more Stone Dungeon stuff than Gavaroni has. Of course, if it comes down to that, I expect both runners are just going to completely lost location here.
Yeah.
That has been the story here in the brackets more often than not.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we still don't actually have access to all dungeons. We still need the Mirror Shield in order to get the Spirit Temple out. I don't know where that is.
And now Gavaroni's probably going to pull that from the boomerang chat.
Gavaroni's blessed with the wire there.
Did he go in the wrong door?
The wrong door.
Oh no, he rode the elevator up. Never mind.
Yeah, I know he's on the right track here. Apart from the fact he hasn't found Boomerang, of course.
Shots fired.
Wonderful. More bombs.
Nice bomb bag.
Excellent.
Oh my.
Yeah, that was a deeply locked bomb bag there.
So Gavaroni probably gonna go to Ice Cavern. Checked most other things in the seed outside of, you know, the Tektite Grotto, some things in Spirit. He didn't finish the Dongo's Cavern, could go there, but seems like the most efficient play is to go Ice.
Yeah, certainly the most checks there.
Welcome, anybody just joining us. Hot into this 2-hour, 44-minute seed on the hunt for long shot.
Yeah, this has been a chunky seed. Taking us a long time to get here. It's not going to... Still looking for that final ice and the long shots. The boomerang is in ATZ's Grotto, the Tektite Grotto in Hyrule Field. Which Gavaroni did not get yet.
Yep, both these runners severely locked by the bow from the open grotto in Zora's River, which locked our hook shot.
Yeah, and also our logical bomb bag access.
Oh,
Which
that's
was
right.
Spirit Temple Fire Chair, Spirit Temple Map Chest.
Yep,
You're required to dip it as a
requiring-
child to get keys, and then go back as an adult with strength 2, but no.
Oh, he found a blue fire in Jabu.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Just what we want to see, more bottles.
Luckily, that is not going to be bait for Gavaroni. Oh, never mind. That is going to be bait for Gavaroni, who is purchasing some blue fire.
Wow. I mean, he's got the lesser, so he knows.
He was planning to go to Ice Cavern anyway.
Yeah, I suppose he's just doing it just probably for the memes at this point, I guess.
If
I
long
think
shots there.
It's a good call. It's the highest dense area.
Yeah, this is true.
It's possible that he could last location that boomerang. That'd be a little rough.
Yeah, that's most certainly on the cards at this point. Like, Gavaroni has really no reason to go over to that area of Hyrule apart from that one check.
Yeah, those field grottos are tough to route in sometimes. The South Remote Grotto and the Tektite Grotto. If you don't get them early on, it's really a question as to when do you get them.
Yep, and as a testament to that, of course, to the fact that it's called that for a reason. That's because a certain rather prominent runner of this game did forget it and lost location it during a race. It can happen to the best of us. It can certainly happen to Gavaroni.
It has been quite the seed.
Yeah, as long as it's not Darunia or yeah, I guess it has to be Darunia at this point for it to be all dungeons.
Yeah, that's the only check that's the OOT locks.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
the lost
Gavra-
ones being foolish.
Gavaroni did GG a little while ago about the hook, actually, so that kind of took a while for him, but he got it done. Didn't find anything useful there. Kariossa has not set foot in Gerudo Fortress yet, so he's still got all of that to do. And that might be something that Kariossa takes the gamble on after doing Jabu here.
Oh no,
Mirror
there's
Shield.
some mirror shield.
Oh, blimey.
Alrighty,
Oh,
all
wow,
dungeons
okay.
available.
King Zora coming in with that curveball there. Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
King
mock 'em
Zoro.
weep.
What are you doing to us, King?
All in favor of the mock 'em weep emote? Say aye.
Same weep, more like.
Ah, yeah, that works much better. So Kariossa about to take on the easiest mini boss of the game that everyone struggled with as a child. Gavaroni here in the Pharaoh's Wind Fairy. Another
Just
heart,
more
up to
health.
14. But unfortunately, given that he's looking for the boomerang, even if Gavaroni finds the long shot in here, he's going to clear this out. Clear out the water temple.
I believe we saw fire arrows there on Iceberg.
Just a blue pea on icy waters.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game.
The long shot is the decider, so wherever that turns up, it's gonna make or break this. If Gavaroni
No.
finds it here in Ice Cavern, then Kariossa ends up like doing a whole GGG or something. Then
It could even
yeah,
be in
things
Spirit
could
Temple.
Yeah,
There's a possibility.
It's in
Baronade-
Spirit locked behind that mirror shield. It's
Baronade coming in.
Gavaroni's.
here in just 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, if it's Baronade, it's Kariossa's, but in other locations, it's wide open for either runner to take this.
Mhm.
Of course, neither one will be leaving the tournament. They will be just moving down to the losers bracket.
Yeah, so this is a double elimination. You have to lose 2 matches in order to be knocked out.
And Phoenix Feather is waiting down there for them.
Yep, and Kariossa sending them down there. That will be a very hype rematch. Otherwise, Phoenix will have to wait just a bit if it's Gavaroni. And they will have to prove themselves worthy of the rematch in a later round.
Yeah, no go made yet. We still need that long shot. Last item.
Yep, Gavaroni cleared out GTG. Kariossa has not stepped foot in there.
And Baronade has.
A bloopy. Rip.
Yep.
So nothing useful in Jabby there, apart from
Oh, I think I misspoke.
Oh, yeah, that's my bad. It looks like the
yeah, I think summertime has to be at this point.
It looks like, according to the brackets, the loser of this match will face off against either Mr. Mario or Westifer. Have yet to fight or race in their bracket match. Sorry for the confusion, Phoenix Feather.
yeah, that's my bad.
Numbers.
Still lots of spooky opponents left in the tournament, and as we get deeper here, pretty much just filled with just only scary players, so no breaks for any of these runners.
Yep, scary players and scary seeds. Gavaroni almost done. 1 check left, and then the Song of Time. Kariossa finished up with Jabu. Let's see what Princess Zelda has for us today.
Is it going to be long shots? Can Zelda just do us a solid here and give us a go made item?
It's a long shot, but it might be.
Nice glitchless jump for Gavaroni.
And we will see this check right after Kariossa finishes warping into the desert. Just some seeds. So, like always, Princess Zelda not helping out in Zooter. But good news for Gavaroni, Kariossa is making their way towards GTG. So unless he finds the long shot, in the wasteland, on top of the fortress roof, or in the Hammer Rocks, all locations we haven't seen from Gavaroni. This is good news. They will be able to catch up.
Yeah, GTG gonna be a solid like 5-10 minutes in there, so it's gonna be very useful for Gavaroni to. Oh yeah, it could also be in toilets. That is another thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay,
because there's
so
an item there.
yeah,
Toilet is not dead this seed. As there we have the entrance into the toilet, the lock on the toilet seat, if you will.
it's in Wasteland. There it is, long shot. Holy moly!
Oh wow.
Bloody circuits.
And you're
It
still
was
ahead.
required. Wasteland. Am I ahead? Damn.
Yeah, you
You
were
spoiled it
slightly
again.
ahead.
I already checked the list of the bets. No one bet Wasteland.
Whoopsie. And Gavaroni
Hey,
going
dude.
deeper into Spirit Temple.
I would like to point out it wasn't me who spoiled it last time. That was August. Was ahead the first time round. Well, there we
I
have it.
almost spoiled it again.
Yeah, between us, we've both managed to spoil both the hookshot locations. So GG to us.
Well, Emo Soda has a good 10 minutes to join the club or to get commentator of the seed.
Yeah, Emo's gonna spoil the third hookshot location.
It'll be hard to do that.
Unfortunately, Gavaroni in a stone dungeon that is not gonna garnish him anything of value.
Yeah, at this point, pretty much over. Kariossa, Oski for one example. Can scoot straight over to Morph, kill the boss, and then it's straight over to Gan's tower. So that's gonna be it.
Kind of a rough location for both those items. Both checks that you can kind of forget about and are a little bit tough to route in.
Yeah, definitely.
Granted, the Den's location. Granted, I mean, Iron Boots weren't that bad, but it is out of the way of Tectite Grotto.
If the seed has put the racers through the ringer, Kariossa looks like going to come out on top. Move on to the winner's bracket. Gavaroni gonna head down to the loser's bracket, face off against Mr. Mario or Westfer.
Yeah, these way of the hero hints for this seed weren't very good, I would say, but the only thing that possibly could have led them to Wasteland, I think, is the hovers that they found at Forest Temple. That Minuet was for access from Castle, and Dins was at Market as well.
Yeah, and of course hovers were required for Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing strictly pointing to Wasteland there.
And having Longshot being specifically at the Wasteland is pretty gross, as it's one of the items that can open it up logically. So if you don't do it reverse, it's might be overlooked.
Kariossa with all 6 medallions, approximately 6.5 minutes away from completing the seed. Full magic, 13 hearts with double defense. I think he's got it in the bag.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? We are talking about
Yes.
top 32 players here. They can't take down Ganondorf. Machina. Yeah, we have to ask some serious questions.
I think that would be a case of, oh, my 6-year-old child got a hold of the controller, wouldn't give it back to me. It's playing keep away. I'm not sure that would fall under the fair play agreement.
Yeah, who knows on that one. I don't think there's any specific clause about 6-year, but
I don't think most Zooter racers are of the age to need to worry about things of that nature. Oh, you definitely got to worry about ATZ grabbing a hold of your controller. Especially if you're doing something involving shooting a target.
or if you happen to need the Grosso that you forgot about.
So do we change this now to Gavaroni's grotto, or did they get to share it?
Well, I mean, Gavaroni was missing the long shot as well, so he hasn't quite lost location yet.
Yeah, almost under 3 hours finish for Kariossa here is pretty an impressive finish, given how gross the seed has been.
Yeah, I concur.
I think it was what, 1 hour 32 minutes for Kariossa that they got the hook shot. So
Yep. And it looks like Gavaroni has decided at this point, 3 hours in, I'm just gonna do all dungeons. Pick up Zarya's song.
Yeah, going for the Hail Mary. Why not all dungeons play, I guess.
Although at this point, IRL with the 15-minute delay, Gavaroni has probably seen the dot done.
definitely.
Just waiting for us to start chatting with them. But I said it before, I'll say it again. Make sure you follow these racers. Without them racing these races, we wouldn't have these races to watch being raced. Also, if you're interested in joining us behind the scenes or as a racer, join the Discord, ping an admin, ask how you can get involved. We're always looking for people behind the scenes to track, people here in the commentary booth, restreamers to restream. Always looking for more racers to join the weekly races every Saturday and Sunday here on ZSR or ZSR2.
Yeah, if you fancy volunteering, make sure you give Trez a ping. Trez ping. So, you know, go bother him as much as you can.
And with that, we have the pig in sight. Gavaroni
There he
taking
is.
out the twins. This might be a pig in a twin witch blanket.
That's one way of putting it, I guess.
Gavaroni showing off those hookshot strats. Gets the other witch to shoot just a little bit quicker. Oh, that was interesting. I had sync on one of Karios's stabs of the pig, so he's just stabbing him over and over again.
Yeah, I was getting that earlier. The commentary player doesn't seem to like carry frames on his end, so it's going to get a bit confused.
Yeah, but the pig is kneeling. Master Sword reclaimed. Gavaroni moving on to phase 2 of Twin Rova, but a little, too late.
Yep, he's going to beat Twin Rover and
Just like that, Kariossa moving on to winner's bracket round 3. GG in chat.
This is 3 hours, 3 minutes, 56 seconds.
GG to Kariossa.
Gavaroni not out of this just yet. Moving down to the loser's bracket, has to fight his way to survive.
And speaking of the devil,
Yeah, with that, we are joined by our racers. GG to both y'all.
Sorry, this froze me. What's up?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much.
Unfortunately,
Never reverse into GTG again.
yeah, sometimes logic breaks aren't the best play. I'm not sure if you were doing any chatting with Kariossa behind the scenes, but also the boomerang locked in the Tektite grotto.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Never reversing again. Yeah, and then long shots on Wasteland, I think.
Yep.
yeah, that was probably the biggest like leap out of logic, I think. Going out of your way to get to GGG early, doing it without hook shots.
Yeah, but it was a hell of a race. I think you were the first to the bow. Kariossa first to the hook shot, but then going into Shadow Temple, Kariossa beat you in there, and with your execution, you were able to get out of there ahead. I think you had the superior execution, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I feel like my early game was pretty rough, but like once I found the hook shot, I played quite a bit better.
Yeah,
It was a bit of an unfortunate last location, but
Yeah, I mean that first half was kind of just the seed was trolling both of you so hard. Like it must have felt pretty, pretty frustrating at times, I guess. Just like way it was all set out. Like just going through every single turn, still not finding the items you need, still getting trolled by logic.
yeah, the early game of this seed was really strange.
Yeah, luckily you got bailed out by a couple of nice stacks of bomb chews, so you were kind of bombing your way through. Kariossa didn't quite have that advantage for a while. Unfortunately, it didn't net you anything.
Yeah, sure didn't. I was thinking I'm not much of an early adult player, but I tend to do it after if I do Deku first. And finding the 20 pack was pretty nice, but yeah, like you said, I don't think bombs really led to just about anything this seed. So.
But we have been joined by Kariossa. GG.
Hello. Thanks. GG.
You just kind of made the right play heading over to that Tektite grotto, getting that boomerang. Gavaroni not quite making it that far. And then making the play for that long shot in the Wasteland. That was a good play, I think, given what you had left.
Yeah, I have only a GTG and Ice Cover, so I make the most.
They don't have anything in them. Spoiler alert.
Okay. Yeah, I was lucky for the long shot because I skipped GTG.
it was a bit of a dry start for both of you. What did you think about getting that hook shot on the Kakariko archery?
Yeah,
Well,
that's about right.
I was feeling behind all the seed except when I found a boomerang. When I found boomerang, I was like, maybe could be tricky.
That was quite the seed. You were pretty neck and neck at some point in Shadow Temple, but it was a fun race. I suggest y'all check out around the Shadow Temple mark. Also around the Fire Temple mark was pretty entertaining. Kariossa grabbing Serenade and Rudo's letter before going in. Gavaroni getting it on the way out, and of course the Scarecrow being the Scarecrow.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
I had already started bank walking. I had already started walking into fire, and At that point, because I got the hook shot like so late, I think it was actually almost 10 minutes after Kariossa, someone was telling me. So I was like, there's no way I'm winning unless I do something ridiculous. So I was going to clear fire basically regardless of where the boss key was. But of course it was on the last jacket anyways.
Yeah, and then, of course, after Ice Cavern, it looked like you were pretty set on doing all the dungeons, getting Saria's song, hoping it was Darunia.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, once I had committed, like, I had already done GTG, I had already done Ice. I mean, going back to Spirit was really the only thing I could hope to do at that point. And just kind of had to hope it was either Deep Spirit or all dungeons, like you said.
And both the runners both cleared, for the most part, Dodongo's Cavern, Kariossa full clearing it. Gavaroni, you dipped it pretty early on. It seemed like you were kind of rushing it instead of collecting the first few songs there. Was there a reason for that, or?
No, when I do Deku first, I like to go adult. Realistically, I should have gotten the ZL check after reading the Hyrule Way of the Hero. But I decided to just go adult because the time of the day is kind of weird and you have to just sit there and wait. And then I would have wanted to do Richard, so I just did the standard, like, go adult, do the CAC stuff, make it nighttime, and then got strength and decided to just dip in there and see if I could find something. It was really all I found in the early adult rush, if you will. So decided to play around it a little bit. Obviously didn't have anything. So.
Yeah, the 20 chew pack definitely paid off. Pretty liberal with your usage of the bomb chews, kind of noted. But I think Kariossa bought some at the Carpet Salesman, the 10 pack there, and
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah. And I found the bomb bag right after in Spirit.
right. Yeah, pretty mean locations for these bomb bags in this seed.
Yeah, but both of y'all staying in this, not done yet. Kariossa, you're either gonna be facing against Roska Tyrants or Killer App, the ATZ Slayer, in the next round. Any thoughts on those opponents?
No, nothing to say.
Alright, well, best of luck for you, Gavaroni. You're waiting on Mr. Mario versus Westifer. Any thoughts on those potential opponents in losers brackets down there?
I don't think I watched either of their bracket races, unfortunately, so I don't have a ton of. I haven't played much with Westford. I've raced Mario a couple times. I mean, like I said, I think everyone in like the, 32 to 10 or whatever ranking is all really similar. So it kind of just comes down to who plays better on the day.
Yep, you said it right there. Best of luck to both of y'all moving forward. I don't know. Should we wrap things up? Siberian, any final words?
So if you have nothing, no further questions, we are going to wrap this up. So thank you for congratulations to the runners and Kariossa for winning. Also, thank you Din, August 40th, and Imusoda for commentating. And don't forget our trackers Turska and... Now I forgot the name. Turska and Not So Supportive Toad. Give all of them a follow. And we have a lot going on Zelda speedruns this weekend. At the moment there is a Majora's Mask randomizer weekly race going on, and later on this channel we have the Twilight Princess Any Percent tournament seeding race 2.
Yeah, that's the first time, or I suppose that's the second time now that Twilight Princess has been on ZSI for quite some time, so definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, I remember a certain Tresco doing a certain something during AGDQ, but yeah, exciting to see Twilight Princess back.
Yeah, Trezor's runs don't count. Let's be realistic here.
Alright, I think that's all, folks.
Okay.
See you next time.
Okay.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.